Good morning or good afternoon, everyone around the world. I'm asked to provide a little bit of context at the very beginning, and I will do just considering that we have also guests from outside the region. So speaking about GIZ in this context means speaking about financial systems development in the Arab region. So let me break it up quickly for you, focusing in on the Arab region first. This is us. This is where we are. Let me, turn on the lights. Here we are. So, ahlan wa sahlan to our region, or bienvenue, or welcome. These are the languages we speak. You might know us from places like these, or this, or this, or that one. We are referred to as the cradle of civilization. Yes, we are one region, but we have only actually undoubtedly one thing in common, and that is diversity. Our cuisine is a case in point. We are 400 million people, and we do look this young or this young. Yes, we are 22 years old. So, okay, all right. We might have a second feature in common. We are incredibly young. So, financial systems development. Let's look at our financial systems. Traditionally, our financial systems are heavily bank dominated, and we do sadly hold 3 records worldwide that we do not want to hold any longer. We do have the largest financial exclusion with 63% of adults excluded. We do have the largest SME funding gap, which amounts to 200 billion US dollars. And we have the lowest foreign direct investments compared worldwide with 6% to GDP. All of these figures are World Bank figures. But there's hope. We do see numbers in financial inclusion increasing since 2011, and more markets, we see digital finance emerging. Now, because of more and more better educated young population, which is our biggest asset in the region, and because of more and more technology adoption and venture capital actually reaching record levels into tech, we do have a third feature in common, which is much potential in technology applied in finance as much as in other sectors, be it health, education, or transportability. Now, let's look at financial systems development in the Arab region. This is where we come in, GIZ. We do work on financial inclusion across the region. We do work on SME finance in these markets. And we do, of course, support startups growth in these countries. We also work on microfinance still, and of course, promoting the digital financial services. Also, of course, working and making the private sector more accessible to financial services. Now, we do this because we want to, with our countries, with our partner countries, support the sustainable development goals. And when I say we, this is us, and this is also us. So this is where we come in, and because we work in a diverse, in a very young, and in a region with much potential, we do say Yalla Fintech. And we believe there's a viable commercial interest for the private sector to reach out to the unbanked. And because Fintech Galaxy provides, or Mirna and Melissa, as you can see here, provide a Fintech Galaxy, we want to see these new space missions. And for that purpose, we have 3 launch pads. Our first launch pad is that we say, we want to see new solutions that help the numerous clients to be onboarded into the digital ecosystem. And then, of course, we want to see new approaches making use of more data and smarter ways to enable digital credit for productive purposes. And, of course, digital financial services that empower the financial user so that she can make more informed and more educated decisions and manage her money matters better. So we do this because we want to promote innovation, enable new collaboration also after today, exchange across borders, as we do today, and empower our partners. So here we are. Thank you, Melissa. Back to you. And Mirna, thank you.
Thank you, Attila. All right, so we're gonna start today with our first of 3 pitch competitions. I'm gonna try to. Okay, can you? Okay, no worries. I was going to show the system. Anyways, so we're starting today with the first pitch competition. As Attila mentioned, we have 3. The first one is on digital financial services. In a nutshell, we had more than 69, 70 participants, 41 teams. 5 finalists were chosen for the final pitch-offs from 4 different countries. You're going to meet them all. Allow me, please, to present the judges for this competition. Quick reminder for everyone, please keep your microphones on mute. We have Mohannad Salous, Chief of Financial Inclusion Division at the Palestine Monetary Authority. We have Prof. Douglas Honor from Carey Holding Professor in Law. And we have Durra Marakshi, Regulatory Sandbox Project Manager in Marrakesh in Morocco. And of course, we have Bassel Muftah, General Partner at Global Ventures. Each one of the fintechs competing today will have 5 minutes to pitch, and then we're going to have a few minutes, I think, for Q&A, right, Melissa? And then the judges will be scoring the pitches according to 5 main criteria, and I think you're all familiar with those criteria. We've got technology, innovation, feasibility, presentation, and relevance to the problem statement. So without further ado, we're going to start with the first challenge, as I mentioned, which is digital financial services by Yalla Fintech. Melissa?
Thank you, Mirna. So I'm not gonna take a lot of time. Let's start with our first finalist. I would like to invite Yusuf Haj from Insabil to share his screen and get ready, because we're gonna start timing your 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so 1 second. Let me just... Okay, so you can start now.
Hi, everyone. 70% of consumers end up wasting their money on forgotten bills or recurring subscriptions. In addition to, companies end up overcharging their services. As a solution, we came up with Ansabil. Ansabil monitors all recurring subscriptions, cancels, or alerts them. This simplifies the task for your user to track all his upcoming transactions, and no upcoming transaction would ever take place without his consent. Ansabil also offers recommendations curated to the user preference. By recommendations, we mean advertisement and a robo-advisor. The robo-advisor would track all his fees. So, for example, if the user is paying $60 instead of $40, the robo-advisor will alert him. Leticia, she's the graphic designer. She's the one responsible for all these beautiful designs. Isa, he's the computer scientist and our developer. And I'm also a computer scientist with a business background. I'm taking care of the business side. The thing about Ansabil is that it started with a personal experience. One day I was subscribed to a free trial for Audible. After a month of not using the service, I was charged $14.99. I did the research about the problem for a refund and discovered that it was a global problem. And in fact, I partnered with Isa to come up with the solution. In this page, I'll only focus on the value proposition, and later on, I'll discuss some terms and details. We aim on providing an easy way to manage personal finances. We aim to help the user to plan and save for the future for a better and healthier financial lifestyle. And we aim on cutting any wasted money on undesired subscriptions or forgotten bills. To make all this possible, we're gonna use advanced technology. For front end, we're gonna use Flutter. For our back end, we're gonna partner with third-party providers in order to connect with banks. Why we believe Ansabil and in Ansabil and the future of Ansabil. 70% of adults agree that subscribing to a service actually frees them from the burden of ownership. Subscription business companies are growing, and 403% grew over the past 7 years compared to the traditional businesses. By 2022, 83% of businesses will offer some sort of subscription plan. As such, all this leads to the subscription and billing management market to grow. The previous slide was about the global market. However, we are targeting the Gulf region, and it also belongs to the global market. Our serviceable obtainable market is estimated to be around $20 million, focusing on UAE, Bahrain, and KSA. We're gonna launch our product in UAE, and due to the following reasons. We're targeting people between the age of 24 and 44 years old, millennials. And our niche market for our MVP is people with 3 or more subscriptions. In the UAE, there exists 6 million millennials. 80% of them are expats, and 70% of them are men. And men tend to overspend and fall under the category of 3 or more subscriptions. To reach them would be through small advertisement, through blogs, Apple Store, Play Store, and YouTube. We're gonna focus mainly on YouTube. We aim in the future to partner with investment platform and subscription companies. In order to generate revenue would be from 2 models, lead sales advertisement, and a subscription model offering a freemium for manual data entry, a base model for syncing with bank accounts, and a premium for extra features. Our indirect competitors are like Wally and Spendy. They tend to focus on what the user have spent in the past. Our direct competitors are Truebill and Astrim. We and the direct competitors tend to focus on what the user will spend. Our MVP validation is confirmed. We are done with the mobile application, and we're preparing to launch the freemium model by January. In the future, we plan to integrate the bill payment tracking system, and if the negotiation service was validated successfully, hopefully in 1 year, we're gonna start implementing it. We're asking for $140,000 to be distributed the following, mainly on marketing and research, and the legal aspect is derived from Dubai International Financial Center. Thank you very much for your time. You could contact us anytime at hello@ansabil.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yusuf. That was 10 seconds less than the time.
Yeah.
All right, judges, the floor is yours.
Hello, Yusuf. Douglas Horner here. Thanks very much. I like the idea a lot. It's something that makes quite a bit of sense. Now, really just one question. You've got sort of a focused business model, but where do you see the company going as a next step? In other words, is the entire business model just on subscription management, or do you have something else in mind as the next stage?
Yes. For the UAE, our global vision would be to convert our platform into a negotiation platform. But to be on the safe side, we did a small MVP and validated it. And using our MVP, we want to reach our customers to reach later on our global vision.
And the second question really goes to the challenge of getting access to information from financial institutions around the region. This is a big problem everywhere, but I think in the region, it's an even bigger problem. How are you planning to go about addressing the challenge of getting access to customer information?
Our main focus, we want to partner with third-party providers. However, the third-party providers doesn't support it yet. So our aim either to go directly to the bank and try to convince them to open their APIs. Of course, we would get an AISP and PISP license from Dubai. And our second way would be through payment gateways. We want to try to contact payment gateways if it would be accessible to cancel and get a recurring payment.
Any other questions from the judges?
Yes, Melissa, please.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Yusuf. Thank you for your presentation. The idea is great. But actually, I have 2 questions. The first one is, to rebound also of on the question asked by Mr. Douglas about the viability of the business model. Actually, as we can see, there is an opening break linked to the strong dependence on the goodwill of banks in order to access to APIs. You have mentioned that you will be directly linked to the bank account of consumers. So how to deal with that? How to access to needed informations?
You mean to access needed information from the bank accounts?
Yes.
It would be, there is a model taking into consideration PSD2. They already implemented a specific model to aggregate data. Also, similarly, would be in the UAE. Already, other tech companies were able, like DAPI and Salt Edge, they are able to get the data from the banks. You only need a license from Dubai to be able to do it.
Yes, but you will depend on the goodwill of the bank to share this data.
Yes, of course. If we went directly to banks. However, we are currently studying two solutions. Either go to banks in the UAE or using payment gateways to get from the merchant to get all recurring payments using the payment gateway company.
Okay, fine. The second question is about the measures to put in place to protect consumer data. Here we are dealing with confidential data, so how to confirm the good use of the data that will be generated over the years.
Everything would be licensed. Everything would be under regulated from Dubai Financial Institution, the IFC. So there is some regulations we're gonna comply with, of course. And data, relating to the data law, the user would kind of approve that we could use the data however we like, but it would be under anonymity. That's what you're asking.
Okay, thank you. And Melissa, please just rectify. Actually, I'm the head of the regulatory sandbox of the Central Bank of Tunisia.
Yes, okay. All right. Yusuf, any other questions from the other judges?
No, I'm good. Thanks, Melissa.
All right. Thank you so much, Yusuf. And judges, I'll just give you like 1 minute to just have a scoring for Yusuf and Ensabil team. Thank you, Yusuf. I would like now, in the meantime, to invite Amir Yusuf from FinFlex. Amir, please, can you set up the screen?
Thank you.
ايوه ستايل اصغر.
Okay, Yusuf, you can start now.
So we start with that pretty picture that makes everybody look very happy at the workplace. Unfortunately, the reality is different. So 3 out of 5 employees in the UAE, they admit that they face financial problems that affect their mental health, their family relations, and even their productivity at work. And this is a very recent survey done by our friends at Paysat. And when we investigated why is this frustration, why is that stress, turns out that, as always, expectations is the root of all frustrations. 3 out of 4 employees in the UAE rely mainly on the benefits that they receive from the employer as their main source of retirement and saving, their main source of income, basically. So when we looked at the companies, it turned out the situation is even worse. 9 out of 10 companies in the UAE, especially in the SME sector, don't have enough funds to cover their liabilities or the benefits of their employees, making them technically insolvent. So there is a huge gap between expectations and reality, and that's what led to those employees being under this financial stress. That's why Finflex came into play. So we aim to provide a fully inclusive financial well-being program that is offered to all employees in the UAE by their employers at no extra cost. Our objective at Finflex is to take the employees, once they are onboarded, onto a journey to financial well-being. In a typical ready, steady, go marathon way, we start by educating them about the basics, concepts of the financial well-being, the things that we were not taught at school, how to manage our budgeting, saving, how to handle debt, how to manage their investment and start planning. Then the magic begins. We put them in a simulated situation using gamification. We put it as a competition in the workplace where every employee can create an avatar of themselves with their same salary, same financial situation, and they start making decisions and see the effect of these decisions real life without actually playing with real money. We use behavioral finance here to nudge them to do the right thing about their finances. And once they are ready to graduate, we help them make the next step in actually starting towards the financial well-being program. What we aim to be at Finflex is to be a gateway to the financial well-being by availing services through ourselves or through a partner network. We start by creating saving plans or retirement portfolios and even availing installment plans to the tickets that are very crucial for every expat that lives in the region, which is usually the payment of rent, school fees, or the big tickets like when they are flying home on vacation. Then we understand that the future of fintech is to be a tool in the hands of every user. So we rely on the new coming technologies of embedded finance, of open banking, so we can enable other partners to avail their services through Finflex Gateway. Starting from budgeting tools, including one of the solutions, just like Yusuf suggested, integration between the investment platforms and the other budgeting tools, availing for alternative finance, because as we all know, majority of the population here is either un or underbanked. So we avail alternative routes to financial services and even support services like legal services, setup of will and registration of trusts, things that people need to be financially well. We know that there is so much ground to cover. Only in the UAE and Saudi, there is a huge number of expats that are underbanked. So we took a strategic decision on our go-to-market strategy. We aim to go directly to employers because that help us cover multiple employees. As soon as we onboard one employer, that help us cover all their employees and become potential customers. Because of the relationship between the employer and employee gets a higher customer retention rate. So we extend our services during the term of employment and actually migrate it on extension. And we use the network effect between partnerships and integrations with other providers to spread the knowledge, to spread the services to the people that need it the most. And because we understand that it's a marathon, not a sprint, we diversified our revenue streams to fit the needs of our customers. So whether the user is taking a savings plan, which are like we earn cash interest on that, or if they choose a long-term retirement portfolio, we charge them a transparent fee, or even if they want to avail a payment option for the school fees or the rent payment, we charge them a one-time transaction fee. Our journey has been nothing but a joyful and at the same time adventurous journey. We came in a time that everybody claimed it to be tough. However, since we graduated from Startup Bootcamp program in April 2020, we focused on building our product and we produced a fully functional private beta product. We offered it on demo basis to our clients and the response was more than fantastic. More than 35 employers onboarded with us within 1 month. And that led us to get feedback from their 2,730 employees. And that's the amazing part of that go-to-market strategy. One employer gives you access to multiple employees. We gained the feedback from them and we started working on more features on our product.
Sorry, you have to stop, Amer. I have to stop you.
Sure.
Your time is up.
Okay.
That was the sound actually that you have to stop.
All right. So that's the team in case you have any questions. I'm happy to answer.
Thank you so much. Judges, the floor is yours.
Hello, Amir. Thanks for the presentation. I enjoyed the idea. I wonder, from the standpoint of the relationship, do you have any sort of financial relationship with the employer, or only with the employee, or with both?
With both. That's a very good question. So the financial well-being program is one of our solutions, but initially we also offer the employer themselves a technology and a financial services program to help them manage their employees' end-of-service benefits, which is what we know in the region as our pension. This is the only pension the expats get. So we help the businesses themselves manage this liability so they can have a healthy balance sheet, be in a stronger financial position, actually have access through one of our partners, Beehive, access to better finances. But also we extend the service to the employees. So we also have a direct relationship directly with the employees. In case of the employer doesn't want to avail this service, we give it directly to the employees at no extra cost.
Very good, thanks for that. I think the employer product is actually really interesting from an SME inclusion standpoint. Thanks.
Absolutely, thank you very much.
Thank you, Douglas. Anyone else? All right. Thank you so much, Amr, for your time. I'll give some time for the judges to have their scores. For now, I would like to invite Jacques Marco from Rasidi team to set up his screen. All right, Jacques, you can start now.
Can everyone see the screen? Yeah. So hi everyone,
yes.
I'm
Can you please put it on slideshow? Can you put it on slideshow view, please?
Yes, of course. Okay. So hi everyone, I'm Jacques Marco, Rasidi's CEO and co-founder. So the problem we're addressing is an overall lack of financial services for money transfers in Egypt, installment collections, and disbursements of loan and salaries. So why Rasidi? Rasidi is Egypt's first independent open loop wallet licensed by the Central Bank of Egypt. So by independent, we mean that we're agnostic of the telecom operator. So Rasidi can be opened on any of the 4 telecom operator operating in Egypt, and we have a full-fledged interface experience. We have the ability to KYC clients on behalf of our partner bank to allow users to do cash in and cash out, and to also have deposits on their wallets. This has led to 3 different products and verticals that we're offering to our customers. One is money transfers from a Rasidi wallet to any other wallet in the Egyptian market. The second is a microfinance product where we automate the disbursement and collection cycle for microfinance companies and NGOs. And the other product is a payroll product where we offer SMEs and startups a bulk salary disbursement for their employees. Our landscape is a total addressable market of $90 billion through 100 million population in Egypt. The smartphone penetration is around 57%, and the unbanked population is around 65%, which leaves a very big market for a CD to service. We have 3 main channels of customers acquisition. The first one is through local on-ground activations in trucks and kiosks. The second is through partnerships through our microfinance product and salary disbursement product. And the last one is through referrals and social media campaigns. Our business model is built on a commission base on each transaction. So we charge roughly around 1% of each transaction, which is in line with market standards in Egypt. Since launch almost 2 months ago, we've processed over 2,000 transactions and a volume of 270,000 Egyptian pounds. Here is our registration and cash in, cash out network. So to open a CD wallet, a client needs to sign a KYC form. So we've partnered with Tasahil, which has 400 branches nationwide to register customers, and we're launching with Fawri Plus also 80 branches nationwide for KYC onboarding. Our cash in, cash out network is built around 14,000 ATMs for cash in and out through these partner banks, and we're present into 70,000 POSs of Aman nationwide as well. Our timeline, we've been incorporated in December 2018 got our preliminary approval from the central bank in May of 2019. Then our final approval came in March 2020 of this year, and we launched mid-October 2020. Our plan is that by Q1 2021 to in-house our tech stack completely, which is currently offered by MasterCard and Paymo. Our ultimate goal is to become a digital or a virtual bank where we allow our users' financial needs to be completed completely through Rasidi. If it's from savings to deposits, to bill payments, to loans, everything will be done through our mobile wallet. And here is the team. There are two co-founders, myself and my co-founder. And so thank you, and happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Jack. Judges, the floor is yours.
I have a question. Thank you, Jacob. Actually, I would like to ask you how you raise the awareness or you increase the capabilities of your consumers of how using and dealing with your wallets.
For sure. So what we do is that we are focusing mainly on the B2B approach, where we're partnering with microfinance institutions. And what we have to do is we need a Rasidi employee to KYC the user. So what we do is we avail employees in the partners' branches. So we piggy bank on the trust that clients have with their microfinance institutions already. And we do the whole onboarding and training on the wallet itself physically. So we do it on the branch. And then we supplement it with educational materials in form of brochures and social media posts and campaign. We also have our call center that does outbound calls to make sure that the users are aware of the different services we offer through the wallet.
Thank you.
Of course.
Any other question?
Yeah, very quickly here. Jack, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, and looks like a very interesting proposition. Just curious about how you're going to acquire the users. So you talked about educating them, but what's the acquisition strategy here?
So what we've done is we've signed a couple of partnerships, one with Tasahil, which is Egypt's largest microfinance company, and will be present in their 400 branches nationwide. So they have a portfolio of customers in the hundreds of thousands. And there's a push by the government for microfinance institutions to automate their disbursement and collection cycle. So what we're doing is that we're onboarding these clients in their branches to allow them to receive their loans on the wallet. And each month, instead of going to the branch to pay their installment, they can cash in the amount through an ATM or MN and then pay it remotely. So we're very focused on the microfinance product. Another one is through a bit social media for the money transfers, bill payments, cardless online payments. And that we're doing it through a partnership with Fawry Plus. So what we've done is that we've signed with Fawry Plus and will push the customers, if they're interested in the solution, to go to one of Fawry's branches to sign the KYC form and get onboarded. So that's mainly how we're doing it, the B2B2C approach for microfinance and salary disbursements. And then the B2C is through Fawry Plus's branches.
Great, thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Basil. Anyone else from the judges?
Do you have an approval from the Central Bank of Egypt for the KYC?
Yes, we do actually. We've been approved to KYC clients on behalf of the partner bank. So any Rasidi employee can actually KYC any user.
All right. Thank you so much, Jack, for your time, and best of luck. Judges, you have a couple of minutes to compile the scores. I would like, in the meantime, to invite Savvy team and specifically Jane Harvey. Can you please set up your screen? All right, Jane, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, you can start now.
Okay. Financial literacy is a basic life skill like learning to read and write, yet most kids will go through 13 years of school and not take a single class on how to manage money, choose a credit card, or understand compound interest. And few banks in the region will issue debit cards to under 18s. That's leaving over 100 million youth in the MENAT region currently unbanked and racking up hundreds of dollars on their parents' credit cards each month. And we know parents are out there looking for a solution. They want their kids to become financially independent, and they want their kids to understand the value of money. I'm Jane. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Savvy, and we're the first neobank for teens in the region. We want to give teens financial independence, teaching them how to earn, save, spend, borrow, invest, and give responsibly on a day-to-day basis by letting them manage their own money. And we want to make money management less mundane, using things like gamification to earn rewards and build healthy saving habits. And our interactive communities means teens can share their savings goals, send peer-to-peer payments, much like Venmo. And if this, then that functionality, you can hook into third-party apps like Fitbit and automatically save when they hit their steps goal, or be rewarded from their parents for spending less time on social media. And we understand the anxiety for parents of handing across a debit card to the teen and worrying that in one transaction, they're going to clear out their account and buy the latest PlayStation. So we let them see what's happening in real time. And the flexible parental controls means that they decide where and when the card can be used. And aside from automating allowance payments to make sure they don't forget, it gives them an opportunity and the ability to send them cash in an emergency situation. We're a mission-driven team. My co-founder is here with me today, Nicola. We've worked together for 12 years and launched 3 startups. And we've been heavily immersed in the FIRE community in the past few years. Erco joins us with the same mindset, a wealth of experience in fintech applications, and most recently his experience from TransferWise. We want to empower future generations to manage their money responsibly. And that starts with letting them manage small amounts of money at a young age and letting them make small money mistakes early. The concept of parent-teen banking apps has been well validated internationally, with companies like Greenlight most recently becoming a unicorn in the pack, and Step, who only launched 3 months ago but have already got 500,000 users on the platform. We have first mover advantage in the GCC. And with just 5% of teams in the MENAT region, Savvy can become a unicorn. We've already identified the key partners and integrations required to take the product to the market, and we have a super simple business model. First and foremost, we generate revenue from interchange fees, and then we have a pay-as-you-go model for lower income households, whereby we charge a 1.5% transaction fee when the parent loads money onto the account, or parents can choose a premium monthly subscription with greater spend limits attached to it. Our projections show us hitting 1 million users in 5 years, with 80,000 users to reach cash flow positive and just over 230,000 users to break even. And we've already validated the unit economics for both our pay-as-you-go model and our premium accounts, and both seem very profitable. Our focus right now is on customer acquisition strategies and really trying to focus on finding a repeatable model to take this to the market every time we enter a new country. So we're really focused on partnering up with schools, after-school clubs, sports coaching programs to reach out to both parents and teens. We've already secured the key partnerships to launch a proof of concept in Bahrain and then roll out to the UAE. Our target is to launch the first couple of hundred customers on Bahrain by the end of Q1 2021, with a rollout to the UAE later in Q2, and we anticipate early 2022 to launch into Saudi. And we're raising $500,000 to launch our initial proof of concept in Bahrain. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jane, for that. Judges, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Jane. Very interesting presentation. And I think this is one of those issues where there's a big need. The question, and I think one that burdens this area always, is how are you going to deal with the data management challenges?
Good question. In terms of the spending element of the data or the parent visibility, what?
the combination of the fact that you're dealing with under 18's data plus the parent interactions.
Yeah,
So data security and policing behavior, particularly of other users on the site.
I think coming from the UK and being heavily immersed in GDPR for quite some time now, we naturally take that into what we're building and those regulations, and it will be built along those lines to make sure that we adhere to GDPR guidelines. I think the whole concept of data is really interesting because we have an opportunity to actually monetize in terms of the data, albeit anonymized data that we'll be collecting from our teens, because nobody else in the region, and we found this when we were doing our research, is that nobody's able to capture data on teen spending in the region, but it is very valuable for brands certainly to understand where they're spending. But because they're spending on parents' credit cards, nobody knows what it is at the moment. So we are going to look at that very closely, and we're going to certainly take the best advice we possibly can on how to manage that. But GDPR will be at the forefront of how we manage all our data, for sure.
Thank you. Anyone else from the judges?
Jane, thank you so much. That was great presentation. Just a quick one. Where are you guys based?
Dubai.
Okay. And the entire team is there?
No, our CTO is in Estonia.
Estonia. Okay. And he's a full-time CTO?
He's an interim CTO at the moment. He's helping us build out our tech team.
And what's the plan there?
Taking it all in-house.
Okay. And what happens when people turn 18?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, ideally, we want to keep them on a platform, albeit we think the product would look slightly different for the 18-year-olds because we want to remove all the parent, restrictions and visibility. But we've had a lot of parents who still support their kids at 18 plus when they're off to university and college and are still giving them an allowance. So there is definitely still a need for product there, and we want to hold on to them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Actually, I have a question. First of all, I really enjoyed the idea. It's a great idea, and it can really help to improve financial inclusion of young people, especially since those young people and teenagers, they master very well the use of digital devices. But what about the financial literacy? What is your strategy to enhance their understanding and their knowledge of the to carry out behaviors and use financial services, and to understand also the risks that they may incur while using digital financial services, especially the online fraud risks, discriminatory treatments, or mis-selling, etc.
So we want to incorporate as much kind of financial literacy in the app as we possibly can so that they learn through doing, but we also want to unlock a whole learning platform online so that they work through different modules as a customer. But if you look at things like borrowing and understanding borrowing and interest, we want to set up within the app the option for parents to provide loans to their kids, and they have parent paid interest so that they still have to understand the concept of what it's like to borrow money and how they pay back money, and how it's not just a straight swap of I take 100, I pay back 100. It's going to cost you more than that to pay back. And we can do that via things like parent paid interest so that they just learn at a much younger age what it costs. So, delayed gratification is great, but if they really want to go and buy the PlayStation when it comes out, then I might have to go and ask mum and dad for money, but I know it's going to cost me a little bit more in the long run to pay that back potentially because I'm not going to have that delayed gratification. I won't want it now. So we want to do as much as we possibly can with that.
Yes.
Those type of things.
Thank you, Dara. Thank you, Jane. Anyone else from the judges? All right. Thank you so much, Jane.
Thank you.
And good luck. Meantime, the judges, you have like 1 minute to compile the scores. I would like to invite now Rami Arja from Yolo. Rami, you're here?
Yep.
Yes, please share your screen and set up your presentation. Can you share your screen, Rami, please?
Shall I begin?
You can start now, yes.
Okay, hello all. This is Rami from Ariba, Lebanon. I'm the product owner for YOLO. In YOLO, we are addressing the following problem. So we found out that the traditional banking offers limited products targeting youth's financial well-being. And in the meantime, we found out that parents have no control or visibility over their children's spendings when using cash. And with this, children are left with cash, which implies financial and health risks. So we developed YOLO. It's a digital first card and application for children aged 6 to 18, which allows them to earn, spend, and save wisely. So when we say it's a digital card, which means that the card shouldn't be like a physical card. It's an optional to have a physical card. And children with the application can set goals, saving goals, can complete challenges, and can request money on the fly. While parents can set like chores and challenges and keep trending of the children's spendings. So this is a quick glance of the application UI and UX. The squad is comprised of Lynn, which is the Scrum Master, Bernard, our solution architecture, and Roni Karam, our product designer. We all have extensive experience in banking and designing a digital solution for payments. The key activities would be platform development and management, UX, UI, and enhancement, and research and development. Key resources are our platform software developers and the UX, UI branding specialists. Customer relationship would be with actually creating like a community for children and parents. It's an automated service with also a personal assistance. Our channel is obviously the application and website, and also our partners like banks and schools. Key partners are Master. We have like a partnership deal done with MasterCard lately, and our issuers and processors, which is actually at this time Ariba. Key propositions, that's a fully digital onboarding, eKYC and card request, online money transfers, spending insights for parents and children with parental controls, which will initiate the children to save and spend wisely. Segment target are the children under 18 and their parents, of course. Okay, our technical infrastructure is actually very flexible. It allows us to just plug in and play in any market, since we have like an API layer, and it's fully secured with the latest in banking, like 3D secure tokenization, and it's a PCI compliant solution. The future roadmap to go to market. Actually, we've done a pilot in Lebanon with 200 kids. We've done the partnership with MasterCard. We aim to launch in Lebanon in Q1 2021 and to carve out from Ariba, which is the mother company, and create a separate entity. We are in discussion to have a BIN sponsorship in UAE to issue the next card of YOLO. And of course, by Q3 2021, we aim to launch in UAE. Our digital marketing and social media would be actually, we will concentrate on influencers, mainly parents and kids influencers. Actually, the kids will be our ambassadors for such product. Future roadmap would be to launch in other markets after we generate our Series A funding and B. This is the projection for the 5 years. We aim to reach 500,000 children by the 5th year, and by launching in several markets, including KSA, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt, where we have also presence. Thank you.
Thank you, Rami. That was on time. Judges, the floor is yours.
Hi, Rami. Thanks for that. And same question for Jane. How are you going to go about managing the data issues and, in particular, police and community interactions?
Okay, so we have implemented an eKYC onboarding system. It's directly integrated with APIs from Mastercard and Ariba, so we can directly screen the parent and the child. So we can instantly issue the card. It's a digital card which is instantly issued and available on the application.
Thank you, Rami. Great presentation. Actually, I like the idea. It's good, but it's already offered by traditional banks. So what makes your solution unique?
Actually, you're right. There is an offering in the banks for youth, but it's not the UX, the experience. It's not child-centric. The banks really targets their customer, which is the parent. And they don't have in mind the financial literacy or the financial well-being of the child. What we have done is we have done a homework on how to create like a user experience where parents can teach their children on how to save and spend wisely.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Any other questions from the judges? All right, thank you so much, Rami, and good luck. I would like now to invite the judges to the breakout room. You will receive a notification to join a breakout room and discuss the scores, please. Everyone else, please stay on the call.
Okay, so we're all back here. Ready to announce the scores. Melissa, you have them ready? Please, all
give me 1 minute. Yeah, give me 1 minute. Yeah.
Startups, turn on your video, your cameras. We want to see your face. So I can see Jane, I can see Rami, and I can see Jack, Hamid, Joseph. We need to take a screenshot of all the contenders. I'm hoping Muhammad and Nazik are doing that.
So yes, we have now all the finalists in one page, all 5 of them. So we have Jane, Rami, Jacques, Amir, and Yusuf.
Okay, non-competing startups, you can turn on your video. So we focus on the startups that are competing. Judges, of course, keep your cameras on. Okay, Durra, are you ready?
Okay.
Good.
Actually, it's an honor to announce the winner. At first, let me thank all the participants, all those innovators for the quality of the solutions, for the presentation. I enjoyed really all the ideas. Also, I want to thank Fintech Galaxy and GIZ for this very important initiative. It was a real pleasure for me to take part to this event and to participate as a member of the judge team. Actually, we were not judging, but we are challenging our innovators, maybe against some regulatory requirements, and in order to make sure that all the security measures and all the norms related to consumer protection are in place. So I will actually give you the scores that were accorded by the judge team to all of you, and then we announce the winner of this session. So let's start with Ensabil. It was scored 79. Yolu was scored 85. Rasidi was scored 92. And Fiflex was scored 97. So I have actually the pleasure to announce the winner of this session. It's Savi with 99 points. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
all of you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Avi.
Well done. Well done. Well done,
Well
Jack.
done, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done, everyone else. They were all great pitches. So
You want to
Thank you.
say
Good
a
luck.
couple words about winning this competition?
Yeah, I mean, I think Nicola just said there, you know, it was certainly some tough competition there. I think it's interesting how everybody's trying to tackle a very similar issue with some slightly different ideas. So great validation, I guess, for the idea we're trying to bring to the market, and congratulations to everybody who pitched today.
Congratulations, you did an amazing job. Haidar, do you want to say something?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, first of all, I would also like to say thank you on behalf of GRZ, also to Galaxy for the great work we do together. And I want to say actually congratulations also to Savi. I think you have done a great job. Unfortunately, there can be only one winner. I think you all 5 teams, all 5 innovators, you really did a great job, very compelling ideas. And I wish you all the best for the next steps. And my special thanks also goes to the 5 judges, or to the 4 judges, to Mohammed Soudis from Palestine Monetary Authority, from Dora Marakshi, sorry for my wrong pronunciation, from the Central Bank of Tunisia, Professor Douglas Ahner, who's a friend of us of GRZ, and Mr. Basil Mofta from Global Ventures. Thank you very much. I think you all did a terrific job. And I'm really looking forward to the next session. Thank you.
Haidar, can you please mention the prize again? Some people are asking in the chat room about the prize.
I'm not sure if I have the exact number. Attila, can you help me out?
Attila?
Yes, I'm here. So the prize for today's winner in this category is a money award of 5,000 euros, and we will shortly after this event reach out to the lucky team to follow up on this and make that happen. Thank you also from my side.
Congrats, everyone. Congrats, Jane, specifically, and all the team. You've done an amazing job, and it was nice meeting all of you.
Yeah, thanks, Melissa, and thanks, Attila, as well for managing.
Thank you all. We're going to take, I think, a 15-minute break, and we're going to start straight
other
with the
team
competition. So please hang in there, and we'll see you in a bit.
Thanks, guys.
We'll restart in 15 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Unshare your screen, not yet. Okay, thank you. We need to introduce the judges first. So super excited to be starting the second competition for the day. We just finished the Digital Financial Services Awareness, and Savi was the winner. We're now starting with the Digital Lending Hackathon. And I'm super, super excited to be introducing our mentors. I see they're all on camera. We have Nadine Shhadi, Senior Financial Sector Specialist from the World Bank. Nadine, are you with us? I can't see you.
I am. Hi, everyone. I'm going to show you myself and then take out the video. For the Lebanese connection does not always allow video all the time. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Nadine. We've got Lama Dahir. Lama heads Financial Inclusion Project at the Banque du Liban, which is the Lebanese Central Bank. Hi, Lama.
Sorry. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Mirna, Melissa, Attila, for having me.
Thank you, Lama. I know that you are, whenever I think of financial inclusion, I think of you, Lama. So you have created your own brand in that cause, let's call it. Hakima Al-Alami, Director of Payment Systems and Instruments Oversight and Financial Inclusion Department at Bank Al Maghrib. Hakima.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. I'm very happy to be with you today. Thank you.
Amazing panel of judges, 3 ladies, and of course, the one and only Walid Hassouna, CEO of AFG Hermes Finance. Hi, Walid.
Hi, how are you?
All is good.
We have three female judges and one male.
I'm sure you can survive. We can see you.
I'm on video. I can see myself. Okay, here I am.
Ah, okay, I can see you now. I can see you now. All right, so
you're lucky, Walid. Three
I'm lucky,
ladies.
yes. Definitely, I'm lucky.
Walid is counting his blessings. It's really good to have you here with us today. Attila, do you want to say a few words before we kick off?
Well, thank you. First of all, thanks to all the teams that are here with us today. Already at this point, really, I have to say, I think, really, in my opinion, you're all winners already by having made it here and being part of this international or cross-border collaboration and exchange. That brings me to the point that Melissa and Mirna, I said it earlier today, I said it again, do have a Fintech Galaxy, and we want to see the new space missions. So this is why we have 3 launch pads. And the one that we are now focusing in on is our digital financial services, with the aim of making more inclusive fintech work for the majority of people in our region. Speaking about our region, we do come together because there is a potential in when it comes to digitalization and technology prospects, especially given the huge number of young people in our region, which are really a great asset. So with this, we look forward to the exchange and the innovative ideas that we can carry forward in our work tomorrow. Thank you, and back to our moderator, Melissa.
Thank you, Attila, and good luck for everyone. Without further ado, let's start with our first startup. I would like to invite Mu'taz Yakin from Business Sense Corporation. Sorry, thank you, everyone. And without further ado, let's start with the first pitch with Mu'taz Yakin from Business Sense Corporation. Mu'taz, please, can you share your screen and prepare yourself?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to respected judge.
Hi, Mu'taz. Hi. Okay, so let me just start the timer. So are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, you can start now.
الأرقام اللي فيه يعني قصدك؟ معلش. To the respected judges, to the Fintech Galaxy team, and to all participants, our application is targeting the poverty problem in Egypt. Market studies show that micro-entrepreneurs suffer from problems, as you notice in the slide. They suffer from chronic lack of finance, the fragmented supply chains, and scarcity of information. They are usually unbankable, and they suffer from the lengthy bank procedures. And also, needless to mention that the high costs of the offline transactions, the absence of credit scoring systems, and validations for micro merchants. Our solution is applying an inclusive business model that streamlines the supply chain and flow funding to micro enterprises, leading to more financial inclusion of the target group and contributing directly to SDGs 1, 8, and 12. Our team has considerable experience in micro, small, and medium enterprises, as well as IT and software development for SMEs. Myself, I'm Mu'taz Yakin. I have more than 20 years experience in investment and private sector development and small and medium enterprises. Haytham Abdel Hakim, our product owner, has more than 15 years in software development and project development, as well as Ahmed Bashir also has more than 17 years of experience in implementing successful applications for small and medium enterprises. Our customer journey is so simple. With a click, a customer can execute a purchase order while at the same time requesting and applying for financing from a financial institution. This is our technical infrastructure. This is our technical infrastructure. It's built on Microsoft Azure. There is a mobile application for the micro merchant. There is a web platform for the supplier and a payment integration gateway for the financial institution. These are some snapshots from the mobile app. The first picture is a landing page. It shows the total amount due on the user, a reminder for the installments to be paid and the total amount to be paid. The middle screens are the user interface to make orders and manage his business. And the last picture is for the screen to apply for financing. This is a supplier dashboard. It shows the transactions between the user and the supplier. We will offer the application and the web platform for free, the purchase order service for free. Our revenue stream will come mainly on the transactions, on money flowing in the lending process and the repayment. This is our go-to-market strategy. It's simple. First, we will depend on direct sales and available clientele base for government and lending institutions. Gradually, the network effect will materialize and the user will start using the application based on its prominence in the market. This is a typical digital marketing plan. We will cover a broad range of digital marketing channels. We look for the deployment of all features that enable a complete digital lending solution by the end of 2021. We shall start with acquiring customers, completing the application development and testing, the payment integration, and payment tracking. Then we will integrate a digital ID verification feature, then the Sharia compliant features, as well as getting required regulatory approvals and expanding our customer base. By 2022, we will increase our market penetration and explore the possibility of external markets. We identified 3 major competitors in the market. They are Maxab, Capiter, and Cartona. They gave us confidence in our business model and they confirmed the concept and the market need. We believe that Madad is distinguished by 3 traits. It's introducing the Sharia compliance concept clearly. It's completely dedicated for micro merchants and it's fully digitalized without involvement in the logistics and the operation of handling the goods. Final note, if we won the prize, we shall launch our first digital campaign, co-branding with Fintech Galaxy and GIZ. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mu'taz. Right on time. Judges, the floor is yours. Anyone from the judges would like to start? Any questions?
Yes, this is Nadine. Just a very quick question from my side. In terms of the, have you thought a little bit about the revenue flows moving forward, the number of merchants you'd have to onboard, the number of them who would need to have a loan, etc.?
Sorry, Nadine, you are asking about the expected number of customers?
Yes, that will actually generate revenues because from what I see on your platform, you might have merchants who are actually not generating revenue because you're offering your app free of charge, correct?
Yes, yes. So
some of them will have financing.
Yes, yes, this is true.
So what's, yeah.
But actually, our intent is to create a customer base, a broad customer base from the micro merchants that the market studies say that nearly all of them is requesting financing. We did some legwork in the market. We have done some interviews with the micro merchants, the people in the kiosks in the streets, and they confirmed the need. So we are looking forward for getting as much as we can as a client base. And from this client base, the numbers will grow and will provide sufficient number of people who are requesting financing and then they will generate revenues.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question, please.
Please.
You mentioned that is Sharia compliance,
Yes.
but I see that you mentioned that is we have a fees. I think 5%. Who will pay it? It's an interest. It's just a fees. Just to understand your business model.
Service fee. It's a fee covering the IT expense, the software cost. This is service fee on the transaction. It's eligible as a Sharia compliant model. It's eligible to have a service fee. I'm not getting this fee is for the service.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone has any other question? Good. Thank you, Mu'taz, and good luck. So I'll give just 1 minute for the judges to compile their scores. And in the meantime, I would like to invite Abdullah Al-Hamadi from Ta'awun. Abdullah, please, can you share your screen and set up your PowerPoint?
Sure. Just give me a minute.
Sure.
Is it clear now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great.
Let me just prepare the timer so you can start now.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abdullah Al-Hamadi. I will be presenting to you my startup, Ta'awun, for a future banking together. My startup, it's based on a very simple issue that we are facing in the financial market, in which we are focusing on increasing the efficiency of the banking sector. And we are aiming to increase the financial inclusion in the market, in our existing markets. So we will be working together with the banks and with the banking sector, not against or competing with it. So what are the main problems that Ta'awun is aiming to solve? Our retail client and SMEs clients are facing one major issue when they are trying to start a banking relationship. There is a lot of inefficiencies here that has been faced by these clients. At the same time, our banking client or banks client are facing the challenges to offer more innovative products, and at the same time, they are facing more regulatory and human capital costs. So this is the current situation here in the market, when every client is approaching the bank individually to obtain the banking relationship. And it takes a lot of time to go to each bank, submit the same documents all over again, and then choose among the best of it. So what is the simple solution here? The simplest solution is this diagram. Basically, the individual client, whether it's an individual or SMEs, will go through Ta'awun platform, will submit all the documents and the application one time, either from his website, from the website, or from the application. The banks will review the application, they will provide a response, and it will be updated within the client dashboard. So a bit about myself. This is my picture holding the Gulf Cup that Bahrain has won last year. I'm a banker. I've been working since 8 years in the banking sector, first class honor graduate from the University of Bahrain, and an author of a book, A Principle of Financial Planning, Investing and Trading. So our business model is very simple. It's based on the brokerage for the financial product and services. Our key proposition is to save time, efforts to start a banking relationship in the most efficient way. Our main cost structure are AWS hosting fees, IT development fees, and salaries. Our revenue will be based on commission paid by the bank for the secured deals. So what's our vision? Our vision is to bring the banking sector at the client at the most innovative and convenient way. Our mission is to provide the customer with the freedom to compare and choose among the different financial products in the market in the most efficient and convenient way. So what's our marketing strategy? Our marketing strategies consist of 4 phases. The first phase is building the brand awareness. Then the phase 2 will be focusing on the individual, which we call it the smart marketing one. Then we will be focusing on SME clients, which is the smart marketing 2. And then we will be specialized in targeting the SME clients individually in phase 4. So what's our 5-year strategy? We are aiming to finalize the development of this platform within the next 6 months, and we start operating the credit lending brokerage. Then we aim to expand to the year in the next year and penetrate the account and deposits. We aim to expand the sales of financial products through Ta'awun, and within the last 2 years of our 5-year strategy, we aim to introduce services based on the AI and machine learning. So what about our financial overview? We are expecting that we are going to achieve more than 40 million dirham after 5 years here. And we need a funding of 1 million dirham that we are trying to secure, which is cover the development cost and the marketing expenses. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abdullah, right on time. Good. So judges, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Abdullah, for this beautiful presentation. I have a question regarding your approach towards banks. How are you planning to convince banks to work with you?
Well, we have a very basic proposition here, Lama. We are not going to take anything from the banks or from our clients. We are basically going to compare between the cost of acquiring a customer from banking perspective, which include the human capital and which would require us to develop a business case for each bank individually. And when we will compare it with their existing business model. Now all the banks are moving into the digital banking era. So it's up to the banks if they want a very easy solution. And as I mentioned previously, we are aiming to cooperate with the banks, not competing with them. So we are a complementary tools for them, and it's a way of sales for the banks.
Thank you.
So thank you, Abdullah. Just a follow-up question, because I had exactly the same question, but if I understand well, to convince the banks to come on your platform, because obviously for the individuals and for the SMEs, it's very simple, much easier life, but banks have to get on your platform and make an offer. You're planning of telling them that this will lower the acquisition costs for them? Is that your pitch?
Exactly. It will actually not just lower their acquisition cost. Imagine if I was the CEO of the bank and I was one of the shareholders. My main cost in the bank is the regulatory cost and the hiring cost for the human capital. This is what we discovered during our marketing research. So the banking is spending now a higher portion of their, let's say, income on covering these expenses. Now we have a very successful model called Yalla Bank in Bahrain. Yalla Bank is a fully digitalized bank. It has only one physical branch because of the regulation there in Bahrain. But in terms of products, services, it's all being transferred electronically. So what we are offering to the bank, basically, instead of having branches, and instead of having your own digital branch and starting from the scratch, we are saving you the time and money, and you can specialize in reducing your cost of funds and provide a better offer for your customer. Hence, it will help the bank to create more creative and more innovative products. And this is our, let's say, angle to convince the banks. And personally, I've been speaking with some bankers here in Bahrain, senior management, and they were very welcoming for the idea. So I think it's a good touch base from our side.
Thank you.
Any other question from the judges?
I have no questions from my side. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. All right, thank you so much, Abdullah, and best of
Most
luck.
welcome.
I'll give a
Thank you
bit
very
of
much.
time. Yeah, I'll give a bit of time for the judges to compile their scores. Meanwhile, I would like to invite Ivan Kaminsky from Tayyab to share his screen and start setting up his presentation.
Hi everyone, can you hear me clear?
Yes, I can. Share your screen, please. Yes.
Please.
Yes. Can you put it on slideshow mode, please?
Okay. Now can you see my slides changing?
Yes, yes, we can. So let me just reset the time.
Okay.
And you can start now.
Okay. Hi everyone, very nice to see you all. So Tayyab is a digital Islamic bank for day-to-day finance for modern Muslims that we call Generation M from M, modern Muslims. And we are targeting 740 million customers in 20 countries. My name is Ivan and I'm a co-founder of Tayyab. And 1 year ago, I switched to Islam. And I found that there is no existing neo-banking solution that will be Sharia compliant in the market. And all we have is amazing service like Monzo, Revolut, and 26, but they're digital but not halal, and halal services, but they are not digital. So that is why we decided to create Tayyab. Product is a mobile application for payments, money transfers, remittances, and halal marketplace and investments. We have virtual cards with unique modern design that makes sense for the Muslims, as you can see on the slide. We have standard physical cards and premium cards as well. We have neo-banking features like super easy 2 minutes, super fast onboarding, 1 second virtual card delivery right in application, and 0 minimum outstanding balance for our clients. Also, we have exclusive Islamic features like we are not providing interest fees because of prohibition of Sharia law. We have easy charity options like digital sadaqah and zakat. We call it good mode. We have halal investing, spiritual service, halal marketplace, and Jumia on board. So the market is huge. Muslim population globally are around 2 billion people, and most of them are living in Asia, Middle East, and Turkey. And when the conventional neobanks are going east, we are going west in the countries with Muslim majority. The business model is representing the 5 key revenue streams. They are interchange fees, premium cards fees, halal installment profit, commission for products sold in marketplace, and the fees on investments. We are planning to acquire 6 million clients in 5 years with break-even in 2023. Next year, we are going to interest into the Kazakhstani and UAE market. And after that, we are going to pick 2 countries per year, inshallah. So why Tayyab is better? Because we are providing a modern and halal solution that are premium, viral, and already have attraction in Kazakhstan. We did a pilot project in 3 months. We issued 12,000 cards and did 3 million USD in transactions. So our current investors are HSBC, Visa, Mashreq Bank, and the AFC during the acceleration program of Startup Bootcamp that we are graduating early this year. We have team consists of 4 people. All of them has more than 15-year experience in conventional banking, digital banking, marketplace building, marketing strategy, IT development, and Islamic finance. Thank you so much. If you have any question, I will, my pleasure to ask them.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you so much. Judges, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Ivan. I really have one question regarding your product. I want you to walk us through the onboarding process, please, because I'm trying to compare this to what's happening in the UK and the US on the neo-banking side. So can you tell us in few steps, what are the steps and how do you check for fraud and anti-money laundering instantly, and how long it takes someone to issue a virtual debit card, and then are you into issuing also charge cards, which is Islamic credit cards, or not?
Okay, so the onboarding process is the same. Sorry, The onboarding process is the same, like in, for example, Revolut. You just downloading the application, then you pass in the KYC using by your camera and ID. After that, you confirm your address and you are on board. So to perform that, we're using the third-party KYC, KYC from third parties and ML from third parties. In case of we are going, for example, like in UAE market, like standalone bank with e-money license. And if we are going in partnership with existing bank, like in Kazakhstan, we're using their services on the back. After that, you can immediately have your debit card on your application using the Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, and Google Pay. So you can use it immediately.
So and you link the other bank account to this new bank account. This is how you charge your new bank account.
No, at first step, we are not going to link another banking account to.
So how I'm going to add money to my account with your debit card?
Sure, you can top up your card using the bank transfer from your existing bank that you are using now.
But you don't want to link the banks together.
At first step, we are not going to provide this service.
One last question. I'm sorry. So you're telling me right now you're getting a digital debit card that is ready to be used, but you have to make a transfer from your bank to my bank. And what would be the most important feature that I'll get at your side? If I have a bank account already, so what would be the most important feature other than being halal? Because let's assume I'm a Dubai Islamic Bank customer. So what would be the most important feature? What is the real return from having this kind of account?
You mean for you as a client?
Yes.
You will get the service. It will be Sharia compliant, faster, cheaper, and also you can use additional features in one application that we are providing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
If we have more time, I had 2 questions.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Ivan, for this presentation. It's interesting. I mean, I found the features you offer quite interesting. I had 2 questions. The first question, you talked about 3 million US in transactions in your pilot, the pilot that you've done in Kazakhstan, right?
Yeah.
So what types of transactions you are counting? This is the first question. Second question, did you apply for a license in Kazakhstan to do that?
Okay, now can you hear me clear?
Yes, we can hear you, Ivan.
Okay, because there was a problem from...
Yeah, I think Lama's connection is bad. Let me just tell her to stop it. Yeah.
I got the question. It's okay. Okay, the first question is when we did the pilot project, the transaction was payments and transfers between our clients, and they paid like on the merchant spots. It's like day-to-day payments. And the second question, according to banking license, so in Kazakhstan, there is no open banking infrastructure, and to have own banking license is quite a long story and hard story for us. That's why we have a partnership with the existing bank that already have a license, and this is fastest go-to-market strategy for us, because we want to be on the market, inshallah, to this Ramadan. It will be 12 April. And according to another country, for example, UAE, there is a regulatory framework for e-money license that we are going to use.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Perhaps last question?
Sure, Hakima, there is time. Go ahead.
Thank you. Just about eKYC, the eKYC is allowed in Kazakhstan or not?
Yeah, Hakima, it is allowed in Kazakhstan, and we can use it. It's okay with law.
Okay.
Thank you for the question.
Nadine, any question for Ivan, or you're good?
No, my colleagues have asked everything I wanted to ask. Thank you.
Thank you, Nadine. All right, thank you so much, Ivan, and good luck. I'll give time for the judges to compile their scores. And now I would like to invite Amin Al-Murabba from 7 to share his screen and prepare his presentation. Amin, please go ahead.
Sure. Melissa, do you want to tell me when to start?
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm just giving time for the judges. For the
All right, no, you can go ahead. Can you first make it in slideshow mode, please, so we can see a bigger screen? Yes, you can start now.
Thank you, everyone, for taking the time. My name is Amin, and I'm going to tell you very briefly about 7. We basically help neighborhood small businesses and local retail go digital and grow their business. All our applications are ready. Our model is a B to B to C, and the mobile applications, as you can see, this is the consumer or the B2C mobile app where customer can log in, choose to buy all the items or daily errands that he wants to buy with simple clicks, and then basically he can also receive and understand what are the local promotions and discounts. Basically, it offers clean and moderate shopping. We have a bit more than 3,000 customers in our B2C app. Once the customer puts the order on the application, it goes to another mobile app on the merchant store or the local retailer store. And basically, it offers this mobile applications offers an order management solution to merchants. It designs customer profiles. It offers basic sales reports in Arabic, of course, and we have close to a bit more than 2,500 merchants that are already using the mobile application. So to put it simple, 7 is a solution to help you with a click of a button sell or buy stocks from nearby retailers. We connect traditional retail. We want to convert them from a cash first or a cash only to digital payment acceptance. We want them to reach suppliers and FMCGs and benefit from direct discounts and promotions. And we also want to offer a direct channel to customer, where local merchants can sell to customers nearby directly. Our major partnership that we have designed is with Bank Masr. So far, we have close to 2,500 retailers in our network. Out of those, there are 1,800 that are KYC'd, a customer base of 3,000 customers who have generated close to 2,000 orders. And our next move is to position 100 POSs to give it for free to our local merchants. Of course, these POSs are paid for by Bank Masr and Central Bank. Why now? Because there is a major shift because of COVID. We believe a merge between offline and online operations will even grow our market size. We're looking at a $40 billion that are being sold in retail market, and we want to grow this number even more. And with the restrictions of COVID, we believe buying from nearby resellers is the safest option. Our target is always merchants or local merchants. The way they look, they sell on average 25K, they deliver to customers, and they have 1 or 2 people who work on the delivery. And our next move is the supply finance, where we enable local retailers to buy products on credit, like big retailers. This is the market size, and our focus was on those 500K merchants as per the central bank. Our business model is very straightforward. The first time we make money is on a per transaction. So every time a customer uses or a merchant uses our POS machine, we will take a very small fee. And moving forward, once we establish the credit score, we will also make money from the lending part. Numbers, as we have validated our unit of economics, we believe one merchant will be able to generate a revenue of $150. Now, we believe with 2,500 merchants, our next move will be to go to 5,000 merchants that will be able to generate $1.2 million of revenue. Competitors, we see people in the supply side like Maxab, Cartona, and Fatura. We also see payment players like Fawri and Masari who are trying to penetrate the same area we're working on. And of course, we have the online and manual cash registers that are prevailing. Our team consists of 7 people. We personally train the merchants to use the technology. We go visit them physically. Our technology partner, Dodi, is a globally ranked CTO. And myself, I've worked with companies like Cisco for the most part of my professional career. The company is funded by Startup Bootcamp, incubated by the American University, VLab, UC VLab. And we also became a Microsoft startup during the pandemic. That's it. Thank you very much. I know we might have a little bit of time. This is a video that Microsoft developed.
No, we don't have time. Sorry, Amin. Your 5 minutes are done. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amin. Judges, the floor is yours.
I have no questions to Amin. I've seen the presentation before and I know him, so I know about 7.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do have a quick question on the revenue model, specifically on the transaction fee, because from what we know, it is extremely difficult for small merchants to actually accept to pay such fees. So can you tell us a little bit more about your experience in convincing the merchants that it's worth it?
So now we offer the merchants customers. Our value proposition is we go to them and tell them, listen, we'll give you more customers. For this, we don't charge money. The transaction fee I'm talking about is when you choose to pay on with a card. So as the bank takes a percentage, Visa, MasterCard takes a percentage, we take a very small cut from this. And this is what we want, what we mean by the percentage on the transaction. But we don't touch his margin.
But it's based on delivery, correct? Or not only on delivery?
It can be delivery or in-store, as long as the merchant or as long as the customer chooses to pay with a like with a card, we make money. If he pays cash, we don't touch that.
Understood. So if there's a delivery and then the client would want to pay with a card, then you'd lead, people to walk around with a POS machine or something like that, correct?
No, we have a mobile app. So the customer orders via the mobile app, they pay via the mobile app, and then the delivery happens. We don't charge for the delivery because it basically happens with his personnel. So it's not our delivery fleet.
Okay, very clear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone from the judges have any other question for Amin?
Yes, I have a question, please, Amin. You talked about, or in your last slide, you mentioned behavioral or behavior sales-based lending, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you tell us how you implement this feature, and are you working on a specific technology? Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. So we of course understand the challenges around KYCing small merchants. So the idea now is to build a credit history. This is why we want to give those merchants a POS, so we can monitor real-time sales, right? And then after 2-3 months, we will be able to go with the help of either the bank directly, or we can cooperate with companies like Coca-Cola, which we are already in talks with, and go tell them, okay, so we know you guys transact with 10K per day, for example, and we want to offer you, let's say 20K for a month on credit sales. But we have something in hand that we can bank on. But it's not blind lending. It's basically based on transactions that has happened for a consecutive of weeks and months. Does it make sense?
Yes, clear.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, Hakima, do you have any other question?
No,
We're
it's
good?
okay for my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Hakima. All right, thank you so much, Amin, and best of luck. I'll give some time for the judges to compile their scores. And I would like to invite, in the meantime, Muhammad Mahmoud from Mawalni to prepare his presentation.
Oh, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. Can you put it in slideshow? Yes, now it's clear. Let me just reset the time and you'll be ready to start now.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Muhammad, founder of Mawalni, your online gateway to credit finance. As we all know, getting credit finance is a very hard and painful journey as customers face many challenges, starting with inconvenience, wasting a lot of time and efforts, long process of loans. There are no financial records for customers, in addition to poor financial and banking literacy for customers. On the other side, lenders face many problems like inability to achieve credit sales targets, high credit operational costs, in addition to digital transformation challenges. So we solve these problems through 3 different solutions that we have created. The first one is an online bidding platform for credit finance where customers or small businesses can submit the request online. The request get filtered, sorted, and match-made with our partners of banks or non-banking financial institutions according to their eligibility criteria. Then financial institutions will bid and issue an initial credit offerings for these customers. Then customer will be able to compare and select the best offer and submit the documents required. And then if the documents are okay and checks are okay, an agent will be visiting the customer at his place to get physical signatures and document collections. And finally, the customer will get approval and disbursement for his loan. The second solution, as some customers are not eligible to get credit finance from banks or non-banking financial institutions. So we have another solution, which is crowd lending solution, where we will take the customer information, make a credit scoring for him and a DBR, and then we'll do some checks and verification for the customer and connect this loan request with other small investors where they want to invest some money and get higher returns on their savings. And we will underwrite the loan and make pay management to connect between borrowers and lenders. The third one is a solution for banks and non-banking financial institutions to help them face challenges of digital transformation for online or digitizing the lending process through white labeling our loan origination system, where banks and financial institutions will have customized dynamic questionnaire, auto-qualifying, leads analytics, borrower dashboard, and lender dashboard. Also, we have developed smart chatbots as we believe financial literacy is crucial for financial inclusion. In just 8 months, we have successfully facilitated more than 15 million of credit finance through our platform. The market size is huge. It's more than 500 billion Egyptian pound, with more than 2.2 trillion Egyptian pound of liquidity available for lending in the Egyptian market. Our revenue model, currently we get commissions on facilitated finance, and we get fees for each credit card from our partners of banks and financial institutions. There are potential revenue for processing fees for on facilitated finance through our crowd lending platform, and also a revenue share on facilitated finance through the loan origination system we will be white labeling for our partners. Here are the sectors we target. That we use a multi-channel approach to reach and approach our customers like social media channels, and also partnerships with small businesses and startups, where we enable them to do more business, and they enable us to have more qualified customers with lower cost. We do produce educational content so that we can drive and generate huge traffic to our platform. If you look at the competition, we find that Mawilni have a lot of edges against its competitors, providing its customer with customized credit offerings, enabling them to get different credit offers from different lenders and be able to choose between them, not just comparing general interest rates like what our competitors are doing, misleading customers and providing them with uncustomized credit offerings that customers are not eligible for. Also, we provide alternative lending options for our customers through connecting them with non-banking financial institutions and crowd lending in the future. In addition to that, we enable our partners of banks and financial institutions to have higher conversion rates and to have more sales and reduce their credit operational costs. Our roadmap was started early this year with our MVP platform. We successfully partnered with 2 banks, and we got incubated by TechSpace, sponsored by the Central Bank of Egypt. By 2021, our plan is to launch our automated platform, and by the end of this year, we are going to develop a fully automated credit offering system that can issue instant credit offerings for customers without any human interaction. And by 2022, we are going to introduce online checkout for credit finance using eKYC and smart contracts. Here's Mawilni team, a team of 3 dedicated co-founders with more than 34 years of collective experience in banking and credit operation, credit finance, and full stack development. We plan to facilitate more than 5 billion of credit finance through our platform and to generate more than 40.
Thank you so much, Muhammad. Sorry, I have to interrupt you.
Thank you.
We are at 5 minutes. Thank you so much, Muhammad. Judges, the floor is yours.
Perhaps me. Thank you, Muhammad, for this presentation. Just about how you will manage to get an updated information from all the banks and other credit institutions, because this is a challenge. Yeah.
First of all, what we do is that we make a reverse bidding platform where customers submit his request, where we get information about his profile, his income, and what type of finance he needs. We get this in our back-end system. We process it according to a basic eligibility criteria for the bank, where we can qualify this customer to appear on the bank dashboard, because we have a lender dashboard where a bank representative or officer will be able to get the application we assign for him or qualify for him, so that he can start working on the information provided, provide initial credit offerings for the customers. And then a customer will be able to get different offers and select one of them and submit the required documents, so that the officer issuing the offer can revise these documents and make some checks. And then if everything is okay, the bank representative, the bank will, or the financial institution will send an agent to the customer place to collect loan signatures and loan documents.
Okay, thank you.
Muhammad, I have a question regarding the financial education service that you are planning to provide. Is the content developed by Mawilni, or you are partnering with another company to provide this service? And also, are you planning to send the customized information or customized, I don't know, information about the services that you are providing to your current or potential clients? Or it's just general financial education information?
Okay, we do believe that financial inclusion or financial literacy is very important for our business and for financial inclusion. So we develop the educational content through Mawilni. We are having banking experience, and we provide educational content on our platforms through some blogs that we do on our platform, in addition to the smart chatbots where customer can access and inquire about, get financial literacy about banking products or financial products. and we use this to convert the customers. Another educational channel is that we, through the journey of collecting the customer information, we provide also some educational content while the customer is applying for a loan. We educate him about different financial information while he is applying for the loan, and we support him as well. If someone has an inquiry, we do support through the chats and through the support for the customers. So we are providing also a comprehensive solution for our customers to provide financial literacy for them.
Quick question from my end. How long did it take you to secure the partnerships with the 2 banks you're working with right now?
Actually, this is one of the challenges we face. It's a very hard journey to get to talk to the decision makers, especially there are a lot of procedures, but it took us 3 to 4 months. But I think going forward, we will be able to be well known in the market and to onboard more customers, more partners of banks and financial institutions, especially that our value proposition is very appealing, as we enable them to have higher conversion rates, reduce their credit operational costs, and only we make money when they make money. When the loan is facilitated, dispersed, and approved, we get money, so we are not costing anything for them.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Are we good from the judges? I think we're good. Thank you so much, Muhammad, and good luck for everyone. Attila?
Yeah, thank you so much. So, Mohammed, shukran jazilan also to you, Yatik Alafi. I just have a question, because in our group we were just discussing, I wanted to sort this out right here. GIZ is taking in a neutral spot or stance in this competition. This is why we have our esteemed judges fulfilling the role they do today. But I saw there's a German corporation logo on your presentation. I just wanted to ask and make clear, has there been any other affiliation with Mawalny and the German Development Corporation or GIZ, or is this just because you're presenting yourself here to us today? Thank you.
Actually, it's we are because we are presenting today, but I'm also in the Fintech Academy that is sponsored by GIZ as well. They are providing us with a lot of support and educational content, in addition to support later by mentorship and connections. So thank you very much for GIZ. We appreciate their effort and support to make more financial inclusion for the MENA region people and the Arab people. Thank you.
Okay, Mohammed, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And for the record, we will of course take that into the account when we go back with the judges. So this is something obviously today we have not had on our radar, but we will consider it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Judges, I would like to invite you to join the breakout room to discuss the scores and the winners. Everyone, please stay tuned in here. Thank you so much.
Okay, we're back. We have the scores. We're going to be announcing them in a minute. Can we have all the
can we please have all the finalists who pitched, please can you turn on your camera so I can spotlight you guys? I still can't see Mu'attaz. 1 second. Okay, Mina, you have them all. Nadine.
Thank you. I'm just wondering if we have all our jury actually united coming back here as well.
Yes, I think only one had to drop the call, but all the others are here.
We have Lama. I don't see Hakima yet.
Yeah, Hakima, I think she
also had to drop.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, let me thank all of you guys. I think you all did a very good job. It was very interesting. I've been working on fintech for a long while in this region, and I was very happy to get to know each of you. I've seen you before, so that was great. I apologize for sharing with everyone my thoughts. I did not know the chat was common. But I'm very happy and honored to have been chosen by my colleagues as well to announce the winner. I'm going to start with that one without further suspense. And we came to a conclusion that Mawilni is actually the winner of this session. So Mabruk Muhammad. It was a very tight competition, we have to confess. Mawilni got a score of 83, followed by Tayyab, very closely. Number 2, very innovative idea, very unique to this region, with a 77 score, followed by 7 with a 74.5 score. Followed by Ta'awun on a 65 and Business Sense on a 63. So congratulations, Muhammad and Mawilni. And thank you again to both GIZ, the FinTech Galaxy, and my colleagues on the jury. And thank you again to you guys for competing with us today. That's it from my side. Back to, I don't know, Melissa.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nadine, and congratulations, Muhammad and team. And hard luck for all the others, but you are all amazing, and it was really tight. So we had 10 or 15 minutes just to discuss the winners. So you can imagine how tough it was for them. Mabruk.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for FinTech Galaxy competition. I think we are encouraging competition between startups so that we can drive better financial services and inclusion for all the Arab people and Egyptian people in Egypt and MENA region. My colleagues in the competition did a great job. I think we are tackling problems from different verticals. Thanks for the judges. I think this is a great validation for our model. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah. May I also say on behalf of GIZ?
Okay. Yes, Haidar, yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would also like to say on behalf of GIZ, I would like to say actually congratulations to all 5 teams. I think you are all winners, and I mean all cases you have presented, they were very compelling, and I wish you the best for the future, for the next steps. And so a special congratulations to Mawilni. I'm very happy to announce that you will get the award of 5,000 euros, and I hope that will help your cause. And please allow me also to say thank you to the judges. We had, I think, wonderful judges. You have done a great job. Special thanks to Hakimi El Elami from Bank Al Maghrib. Thank you to Lama Dahia from Banque de Lebanon. Thank you to Nadine Shehade, sorry, from CGAP, and thank you very much also to actually Walid Hassouna from EFG Fintech. Thank you very much for your great work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Haider. We're going to take a 5-minute break now and then come to our next session, right, Melissa?
Yes, the final and last session, the EKYC challenge.
Amazing.
The hot competition, yeah.
Please stay with us. It's going to be really exciting.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Hakima.
So I will provide a little bit of context setting and consider that we have guests from outside the region with us. So when we speak or when we come in from GIZ side, the German Development Organization, here in this context, we speak about financial systems development in the Arab region. And let's focus in on the Arab region first. This is us, this is where you can find us. And apologies to those who attended earlier today, you have to go through this again, but here you can see us. Ahlan wa sahlan, bienvenue or welcome. You might know us from places like these or from these. We are referred to as the cradle of civilization, and we are one region, but I have to tell you that undoubtedly we have only one thing in common, and that is diversity. So this is a case in point if you look at our cuisine. We are 400 million people. We are this young or this young. We are actually 22 years old. Yes, it's true. Okay, all right. So we might have a second feature in common. That is, we are young. So let's focus in on financial systems development. Our financial systems traditionally are bank dominated. And sadly, we do hold 3 records that we do not want to hold any longer. First, we have the largest financial exclusion worldwide. We do have the largest SME funding gap with $200 billion estimated. And thirdly, we have the lowest foreign direct investments. We don't want to have this anymore. All of these are World Bank figures. So there's hope at the end of the tunnel. And figures are increasing slowly but steadily in terms of financial inclusion since 2011. And digital finance is on the rise, of course, in Jordan, Tunisia, Morocco, and everywhere across the region. Now, because of the larger education, the better educated youth, which is our biggest asset in the region, because of high adoption of technology, mobile or otherwise, and because venture capital is reaching new levels, record levels actually when it comes to technology, we do have a third feature in common, which is prospects in technology, be it in finance or other sectors. So financial systems development in the Arab region. This is us. We work in financial inclusion across the region. In SME finance, we work in startup promotion in these markets, in microfinance, in digital financial promotion, and in private sector development with a link to financial systems. We do this because we want to contribute to the sustainable development goals with our partner countries. And this is us, or this. So we work in a diverse young region with much potential, and that is why we say Yalla Fintech. Myrna and Melissa have a Fintech Galaxy. We want to see the new space missions. And this is why we have 3 launch pads. We focused in on the first and second launch pad this morning. So today and now we focus in on digital KYC. And with this, Myrna, back to you.
Thank you, Attila, for the amazing presentation. Never enough hearing you talk about the opportunity in the region. So we now come to our third competition for the day, and it's about electronic KYC for simplified customer onboarding into the financial system. We had on Fintech Galaxy, Phoenix 22, we had more than 125 applications, views, 12 submissions, 12 startups from all around the world submitted their pitches to this competition. And we have today with us 5 finalists from 4 different markets. Now, before we start with the competition, allow me please to introduce our esteemed panelists and judges. Can you please turn on your cameras and I will mention you here. We have Amr Ahmed, Head of Financial Inclusion Division at the Central Bank of Jordan. Hello, Amr.
Hi, Melissa. Hi, everyone.
Mirna. We also have, you always mix up between me and Melissa.
I know, I'm sorry.
Fair enough. We've got Aaron Kulim. Okay, Aaron, can you please say your name?
Aaron Kulenkamp. Hi, okay. How are you?
Senior consultant working with BFA Global and Catalyst Fund. We've got the one and only Noha Shakir, Secretary General at the Egypt Fintech Association. Hi, Noha.
Hello, how are you? Thank you, Magna.
Good to see you again. And of course, Azza Yahya, Network Manager at Med Angels. How are you, Azza?
Hello, thank you so much. It's great being here with you.
Amazing. And you have an amazing smile as well. So, Melissa, do we have all the competing startups with us?
Yes, everyone here is ready.
All right, let's start. Before I start, I just want to add to what Melissa is saying on the chat room. Amazing work by the mentors. I mean, the judges are now doing an exceptional job putting the scores to the pitches, but actually the angels and the soldiers behind the scene are the mentors who spent weeks and weeks with those fintechs to make them winners, and we're all winners at the end of the day. We will announce actually the winning mentors on social media tomorrow because they deserve the recognition. So thank you all for your hard work. Melissa, all yours.
Thank you so much, Mirna. Thank you for all the judges, and let's start with our first competitor and finalist, Brahim Aid. Please, can you share your screen from Valify? Brahim, can you hear us? Yes, you're here. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Sorry.
Hi, Brahim. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
All right, let me just start the timer for you and you'll be ready to start now. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Valify. I'm Ibrahim. I'm co-founder at the company, and I'd love to dive in more about what we do. So Valify focuses on the Egyptian market, and let's talk about the digital services market in Egypt. So a digital identity is a way to identify a customer online before providing a digital service. And I think being part of this challenge, we are all aware of that. But let's add some background and color to the exact situation that is happening. So in Egypt, there are 32 banks offering internet banking services, of which 16 offer full e-banking services, and multiple mobile money services such as cash in, cash out, peer-to-peer transfers through tools such as mobile wallets and online banking. On the other hand, we've seen a lot of tech adoption in the market with a very high mobile penetration, smartphone penetration, as well as mobile data usage. And so on one hand, we have all this digital financial services trying to go online. On the other hand, we have tech-savvy citizens able to receive such new offerings. But on the final issue is that there is a single problem that prevents both of these huge markets from coming together and creating digital financial services, and that is KYC. So as we all know, KYC is a requirement as part of companies that want to prevent anti-money laundering and terrorism and so on. KYC means that the customer usually has to come to a branch in person, sign some papers, show some ID in order to be able to receive a service. And traditionally, KYC has led to poor client experience, being a hassle to actually have to go somewhere. It's a high customer acquisition cost due to the difficulty of having to not only reach your customers, but reach them physically, which leads to low market penetration and inefficient allocation of your internal resources, as people are just spending their days key entering data into a system and verifying documents and photocopying them. And so what Valify does is Valify offers eKYC in 3 simple steps. Our core focus is on 2 main services, and that is document verification and biometric verification. Document verification, as you can see, is made up of Egyptian ID authentication as well as optical character recognition, which means that through images that the customer scans, we can validate that the customer is holding a real physical ID, and we can extract all the information from it. On our next step, which is the biometric verification, we use our other core services, which are facial recognition and liveness detection. And here we give users a series of random instructions just to make sure that they're a real life person and match their photo onto the photos of the ID itself. And then finally, we're able to authenticate your phone number, not just that you have the phone in your possession with a regular one-time password, but also that you are the registered owner of this mobile phone. And then we supplement these core services with additional supporting functions such as geofencing, controlling who and where has access to services. We do sanctionless screening just to make sure that the customer is not on any local, international, or national blacklist. And then finally, we're able to translate Arabic language documents into English seamlessly without losing any meaning. And so here, this highlights Valify's focus. We offer lots of Arabic tailored document verification. We are focused on Egypt and in the region. And that's basically how we've been able to have traction in multiple markets, not just the banking sector, but also the peer-to-peer, the e-commerce, the fintechs, and the non-banking financial institutions sectors. And so just to touch up on a few of our achievements, we actually were the first Egyptian company to be accepted into the central bank's sandbox. The sandbox was a closed program created in order to pilot eKYC in Egypt for the first time. And currently we're the first and only eKYC provider to actually be able to go live in the Egyptian market on a bank's mobile wallet, the Ahli Bank of Kuwait. And we were the only company to be able to get through all the approvals and processes in order to be able to do so. Due to, of course, our compliance with all the requirements, a successful product, and our focus on Egyptian and local documents. This sets us apart, not only that we're first movers, but we've built all our technology in-house. Our key partnerships gives us access to all these different markets that I mentioned, and we're backed by a powerful board with more than 50 years experience in tech, finance, and banking. So how we make our money is we sell our services as a bundle, our APIs. Basically, we plug in directly into any existing.
Thank you so much, Brahim. Sorry, I have to interrupt you. Your 5 minutes are up. So I'll leave the floor for the judges to ask their questions. Thank you so much. Anyone from the judges would like to start?
Yes, can I just go ahead very quick? So I assume you haven't actually tackled the technology yet aspect. So what kind of technologies do you use? And yeah, that's my question.
Okay, so to discuss our technology, we offer a series of solutions that are combined together to create eKYC. And those are document verification, optical character recognition, facial recognition, and liveness detection. Our tech has been completely built in-house based on machine learning. So therefore, we train our algorithms to be able to detect and verify documents. And the more data that passes through, the stronger the system. Our technology has been tested for security and compliance, penetration, and vulnerability by the regulators here in Egypt. And we've been able to get the approvals to actually work with the banking sector using our technology.
So you're already working with the banking sector, or you just got the approvals?
Sorry, can you repeat that? The audio cut out.
You already work with the banking sector, or you just got the approvals?
Yes, we've been live since June 2020 with the first bank in Egypt to be able to actually get the approval to operate eKYC. And we're currently in the process of adding more banks and telcos to that pipeline. But other than that, we also work in the non-banking sectors that I had mentioned previously, those that don't need any sort of approvals or licensing to be able to operate in the market.
Thank you.
And Ibrahim, do you actually verify the legal documentations that you get? So
yes.
What the customer
yes.
uploads to your system, have you managed the integration with the government agencies and whomever holds the data?
So I'll explain our verification process in 2 steps, very simple. The first step is that we're able, through our own internal technology, to verify the authenticity and validity of the Egyptian national ID using our own security checklist and our own checks. And then the second layer of which is that once we validate all the documents and then send over all the extracted data to our client, whether it's the bank or a financial institution and so on, that bank is able to cross-reference the data itself with the government agencies, which they have the direct connection to. So what the central bank has approved is a two-step process where there's first an initial validation screening by Valify, and then later the client themselves, whether it's the bank or the telco, runs a direct validation with the government agencies.
So they finally hold the liability, that's understood. And you work, is it KYC or also KYB? I'm assuming it's just KYC.
Yeah, currently we're focused on KYC, but of course, with the right integrations and access, we would love to step into KYB.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you, Ibrahim. Question from me. So you say that you have an on-premise solution. Is it entirely on-premise, or do you also have a cloud instance? And if not, then do you see any challenges to scalability?
Yeah, so we offer both on-prem and cloud solutions. Usually on-prem is with the most heavily regulated clients, such as banks, where there's a lot of constrictions on data protection and lots of control over who has access to the flow of information. On the other hand, with different sectors that have maybe not so much stringent regulations, we're able to offer cloud solutions that are, of course, much quicker and far more scalable to deploy and operate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ibrahim. I have no questions.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for everyone, and good luck, Ibrahim. So I will give like 1 minute for the judges to compile their scores, and I would like to invite in the meantime Victor Ferdang from Shafti Pro to share his screen and start preparing his deck.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Let me just try to bring up the screen as well. Sorry, just give me 1 second. I need to change the permission when it comes to sharing the screen. Mirna, by any chance, or Melissa, can you share the screen? It doesn't give me permission.
Sure. Can you share the PowerPoint, because I don't have it. I have the PDF form. So
sorry,
yeah.
1 second. It might work now.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay,
we can see it.
Am I ready to start, or?
You're ready. So basically, 1 second, just let me reset the clock, and you can start now.
Perfect. So first of all, hello everyone. My name is Victor Ferdang, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of the company called Shafti Pro. For those of you who haven't actually come across our company before or know what we essentially do, so we like to think of ourselves as technology-solving identity experts. This essentially translates down to that we perform global identity verifications, and we also like to solve more complex challenges as well. We are a UK-based company with subsidiary offices in Sweden, where I'm currently myself, but also in Dubai, Cyprus, and in Latvia. At the moment, we have more than 350 clients trusting us, and we support countries from more than 230 different countries, as well as over 150 plus different languages, including Arabic text, Cyrillic text, Chinese, Japanese, etc. Before I explain more about what it is that we actually do, let me just jump straight into the problems that we're seeing as of today's society. So first of all, identity fraud has probably been an issue ever since online businesses essentially started happening. But another problem, which I think we can all agree to, is the current pandemic as well. So the current pandemic has essentially forced a lot of businesses to essentially digitalize their entire company. If they also dealt directly with the customers, they would also need to start using touchless technology as well. Some other problems which I've also seen is that a lot of new neobanks are starting to emerge as well, the 100% fully digital banks. And a lot of companies have also been trying to solve sort of like the sovereign identity technology as well, to essentially reuse identity verifications which have previously been verified for one company and then with another company instead. The final thing just to bring up in regards to the problems we're seeing is also the technology disruption that we're seeing as well. And this primarily goes hand in hand with the younger civilization. So the younger civilization, we like to think of as they're born with the phone straight in their hand. So just to give an example, like instead of actually walking into a bank branch office and verify yourself, they actually think that's strange and they would much rather prefer to do it digitally instead. So how are we then solving all these different issues, and what is essentially Shafter Pro all about? So our company is essentially a compliance platform. And why I say compliance platform is because we offer more than one service when it comes actually to compliance services. Our core product is the identity verification, the KYC component. This is when we verify that you are essentially the person that you claim to be. We also have the AML functionality when we can screen individuals against PEPs and sanctions, global watch lists, even against the diverse media as well. We do also have the KYB functionality as well, as one of you asked for, where we can also verify businesses worldwide as well. And we also have what we call our added value services as well. So for added value services, this basically means that our proof of address verification, customer risk scoring, two-factor authentication, and a lot more as well. When it comes to our technology and so like what makes us unique in the space, so first of all, we offer end-to-end solutions to our clients. What this actually means is that we know that the regulations from around the world doesn't look the same. Just compare like Sweden as opposed to, let's say, Germany as an example. There are two completely different regulations and require different things. With Shafter Pro, clients can essentially decide exactly themselves what they would like to check and what they would like to verify, and also in what format they would like to verify it as well. So regardless if that might be a photo-based verification, a video-based verification, or even a video interview verification, clients can decide this themselves. When it also comes to how we are actually performing the verification, so we actually offer two different models. We have the hybrid approach, which is sort of like our standard approach. That's when we verify information using the machine, like artificial intelligence and machine learning, alongside with our human intelligence team as well. However, we have just recently released our fully automated version as well, which only relies on artificial intelligence. So this actually means that we can bring down the verification time to less than 1 second as well. Jumping back to the issue regarding the current pandemic and a lot of businesses struggling to digitalize their process, we also think that it's super interesting to essentially build an easy approach as possible when it comes to integration methods. We have a plug-and-play solution. The clients simply just pick and choose whatever services they would like and then have ready code in a bunch of different development languages. We, of course, also have RESTful API solutions, iframe solutions, SDKs, and we do also have the on-premise installation as well. So in case clients have specific requirements that none of the data can be transferred outside of the client's system architecture, we can also deploy our entire system on-premise as well. When it comes to some of the benefits and why clients are selecting us, so first of all, as I mentioned, like we do automate the entire customer onboarding for the clients. We're also giving the customers one of the quickest and the most simplest verification journeys this. When it comes to our products, we also offer a very cost-effective solution. We're also very much in favor of startup companies as well. So we do have our pay-as-you-go version as well as the committed pricing plan as well. And we also try to help with our in-depth knowledge of compliance to essentially help clients meet the regulatory requirements as well. And here you can see some of the sectors that we're working with as well. Unfortunately, I think my 5 minutes were done there as well. So.
Yes, I was just about to interrupt you.
Yeah, I had the timer.
Thank you so much, Victor. Yeah, thank you so much, Victor. I'll leave the floor for the judges for any questions.
Yeah.
Thank you, Victor. Great presentation. A question for me around the human intelligence. Where are they located and how are they trained, specifically in regards to sort of Middle East?
Sorry, can you repeat the last sentence there? I think your microphone was kind of low. You asked about our human intelligence team?
Yes, the human intelligence team.
Yep.
So you have the human in the loop. Where are they located and how are they trained?
Yeah, so we offer human intelligence team on essentially 2 different locations at the moment. We partly have our European team for essentially, let's say, when clients need specifically all the data to be kept within Europe. We also have our Asian team, which can also verify information. When it comes to documents specifically for the Middle East, it's roughly the same process as the rest of the world as well. Like our human intelligence team are trained specifically for different type of documents. So regardless if it might be, let's say, a Dubai document or a Swedish document, they know exactly which security features to look for.
Great. Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions from the judges? All is good? All right. Thank you. Thank you so much and good luck, Victor.
Thank you very much.
So, yeah, good. So now in the meantime, while the judges compile their scores, I would like to invite Rami Al-Karmi from Anamin. Rami, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Give me your cue, Melissa, to kick off.
Yes, let me just reset the timer and you're good to go.
Okay, hello, my name is Rami Al-Karmi, and I'm here to present Anamin, the first Arab AI and blockchain-powered KYC as a service platform, proudly built in Jordan by Ahli Fintech team. Quick snapshot. We're the first AI blockchain-powered KYC as a service platform, right after the second Arab KYC solution that is live, right after the UAE data sharing blockchain business KYC. We are spun off as Ahli Fintech from Ahli Bank. We were spun off back in 2017 with a paid-in capital of 2.14 million. We're the first Oracle blockchain global use case to move from the cloud to on-prem for data sovereignty, and we're the first regional Oracle blockchain eKYC implementation. We've been live in Jordan since March 2020, and we have 7 corporate partners that subscribe to our corporate offering, our corporate subscription model, Mean World, the B2B portal. Collectively, our subscribed corporates have a total client base of around 5 million, so 50% of the Jordanian population. The problem that we're trying to tackle, and we started this with the main pain at Ahli Bank and then decided to kick this off as a platform, is of course the friction point within the onboarding process, basically creating this ripple within the customer experience, the fragmented financial inclusion efforts across government, telecoms, insurance, brokerages, and what have you, the current human-based KYC process being not secure, the redundancy of me having to run multiple KYC checks across many organizations, and of course the pressing need for low-touch solutions for as COVID-19 safe. We have our solution is 2 parts. Anamin, the mobile app, which is free, helps individuals verify and create their immutable digital ID, and Meal World, where corporates subscribe to get access to the private blockchain KYC data after customer consent. The Anamin solution starts with you scanning your ID as an individual. Our deep learning AI verifies authenticities through MRZs, security features, and what have you. We capture, autofill the data via OCR and what have you, then ask you to upload your documents as proof of address. Then a handwritten ink signature is captured, followed by a request to kick off a video recorded verification. During this verification, our AI video matching takes place via AI. So our agent is there to facilitate. The engine actually runs multiple checks in the background in less than 0.2 seconds. So liveness, face matching, and what have you. Then the background check is done, AML compliance checks. Then we ask you to capture your signature again on camera, and the AI engine matches this along with your handwritten ink signature. Our verification team runs checks again. So we check and activate the digital ID, and then using blockchain, this is replicated, immutably secure, replicated across our Anamin nodes. Our Mean World solution is simple to plug in. Sorry. Our Mean World solution is simple to plug in, and it's basically, sorry. Our Mean World solution is super simple to plug in, and it helps you, you basically send a request via a KYC, a national ID, customer receives a notification, they authorize your access, and automatically you get this KYC access granted to you via GDPR compliance rules. This is our amazing team, including AI experts, legal, what have you. And our business model is simple. Our value proposition is one solution provided for customers, and Mean World, one access for after consent, providing the solution to the corporates. Our business model is based on a subscription base for corporates, and so it's an annual subscription fee. And our technology stack is based on Hyperledger, Oracle Cloud, and Azure hosts the AI logic, if you may, completely Dockerized microarchitecture. Our target is to launch in 22 Arab countries by 2025. And our go-to-market strategy is based on having an operating partner in each country and helping us target the different sectors requiring KYC directly with lines of business and C-level executives, along with a subscription delivery model. The beauty of our marketing approach is a network of network effects. So our corporate partners join our platform and bring in their customers, which help benefit all of the customers that are subscribed. And with that, I thank you for...
Sorry, okay. I was gonna interrupt you. Sorry, Rami. Thank you so much. You finished on time. Thank you so much. Judges, the floor is yours.
Rami, one question here. So what you're saying is that you offer a digital identity solution plus the AKYC.
Yes, a full platform. And we provide it, basically we create a digital identity for you as an individual. And then we have a layer, so it's blockchain backed, immutable. And then we have another layer that manages the access between corporates who would like to access this ID after customer consent.
And that customer can be an individual or a business.
Today we're live as customers. Hopefully, beginning of next year, we will be live with our business solution, yes.
And do you, at any point in time, look into the digital footprint of your customers?
We implemented zero knowledge. We can't.
Yeah. Okay.
The only thing I see is their mobile number and national ID.
That's brilliant. Okay, thank you very much. No more questions.
Question from me. So for the customers, onboarding is completely free, so the usage is free, and
yes.
Then your revenue derives from the corporate. Is that correct?
Correct, 100%.
But the customers then have to give consent for that data to feed into the corporates.
Even if the corporate is the main driver for the customer, so in the case of Zain, for example, the telco, they provide their client base, they push their client base through the experience to onboard on an Amin. Even if that took place, the customer has to provide consent again before Zain accesses their account.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Rami? All is good? All right. Thank you so much. Good luck, Rami.
Yes.
Thank you. So I'll leave 1 minute for the judges to compile their scores. In the meantime, I would like to invite our next presenter, Asma Al-Haddad from Indata Core. Asma?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, please, you can share the screen and prepare the presentation. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go ahead, you can start now.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Asma, and today for the electronic KYC for simplified customer onboarding in the financial system, I'm going to present you the case of Indata Core. As you can know, that Indata Core is a deep tech company that develop and market innovative solutions based on IE and ML applied to banking, insurance, telecommunications, administration, and industry in order to support its customers in the digital transformations. We are actually the first providers of KYC in Morocco. For our main problem is that the final customer has no longer the time to go to the agency to sign up for a service or take out a credit or open an account or even to file with them. And the customers are always scared to use the digital solutions for lack of security, complicated processes, expensive costs, lack of time. So for that, we implemented a solution. The solution is to set up a digital one that allows the analysis of identification of documents to prove life and identification of people in real time on different web, mobile, agency channels, and also to collect the KYC for adult channels like WhatsApp through team conferencing, Zoom or Google Cloud. And also it allows to recover other data through other external platforms such as Salesforce or others. Rather than that, there is an external databases to compare the information and to see if these people are registered or not. Hereby, you can find our eKYC process from the ID scan. Hereby, the user needs to provide the documents, then move to the ID checks where the solutions need to be identified, classified, and validated in real time. Then we have the intelligent data extraction. The data is automatically extracted from the document in real time. Then the user needs to have like a video capture or a selfie to secure the authentication. Then we have a liveness detection, and finally a digital signature. For the key benefits, well, first of all, it's multi-channel. We can find it in web, mobile, agency, WhatsApp, and also back offices. For the security, we have a data encryption and secure connection protocol, and it's very and completely customizable through the Sky identification platform. And for the performance, it's easy to use it and also to move it in real time, and the request processing in less than 1 second. Hereby, you can find the team members, where first of all, we have the CTO, who's the head of Innovation Lab. He has 9 years of experience in the world of technology and big data, data science, IE, and machine learning. We have the CEO, general manager, 10 years of experience in the technology world, big data, IE, data science, and financial aspects as well. And then there is me in the market and communication side. I have a managerial background on international business, operational marketing, and communication. Moving to our business model, Canva. Well, as you can see, we have a B2B approach for the partnerships for selling flexibility. We chose to target the financial sector, such as banks and insurances, telecoms, trade, and transportation. For our revenue stream, we are SaaS-oriented, and the banking customers to sell the solutions, and also our partners, they are the ones who sell the solution to the final customer. For our value proposition of our solution, it's very efficient in terms of costs and time. It is an upgradable one, risk-free, accessible. It has a very high performance. We can rely on our data because they are on a high quality and very secure. For our technical infrastructure, we have an IT one where we use Docker, microservice, high availability, IES, encryption of APIs. And for the BI infrastructure, we put our main design by Kubernetes. For the go-to-market strategy roadmap, we start by why we need the solution. It's mainly to facilitate the tasks for the customers to make his services closer and easier. That's why we had the outcome of the goal of digital strategy is to enhance the customer's experience and increase the organization's competitive advantage. That's why we recommend to look at the business financial statements and to check the customer satisfaction, because after all, that's what matters the most for us. Our digital marketing and social media plan for 2021 is basically to put the point over the SEO and SEM and also the ads, as we already have the social media since day one and the website, which is upgradable and very designed. For our timeline and future roadmap, well, in 2016, it was the launch of Indata Core in the Moroccan market for the first time as a career of digital solutions. Then we signed with the first telecom customer. Then we launched our first version of Sky Identification Cloud. Then we signed with the first bank customer. Then we had a strategic partnerships with HBA, Sopra Banking, etc. And now in 2021, we're gonna put this up in Africa as we already have customer in Côte d'Ivoire. For our financial projections and key metrics, as you can see that there is a sharp increase in between the number of customers and number of employees. And for the past year's expenses, we had the very major investments on R&D resources. But for the 2021 expenses, we already need $500,000. And how to make it? We're gonna rely on the partners present in Africa and Asia. It's mainly for the team's reinforcement, for the marketing and communication, also the development of our solution.
Thank you, Asma, for your time. I'm sorry I have to interrupt you, but your time is up, to be fair with everyone. So I'll leave the floor for the for the judges to ask their questions.
Thank you, Asma. I'm curious to know a little more about the multi-channel onboarding, specifically how it would work through WhatsApp or Skype or the conferencing services. How does that work in practice?
Actually, our main solution, one of the main things that we would love to provide for our customers is to use it in every single place and in every single time. And as we know that our generations nowadays use mainly a lot of Facebook and WhatsApp, etc., to use like these digital solutions. So that's why we put it like implemented this kind of digital solutions by our consultants and R&D providers in WhatsApp, so that they can use it very easily and on real time also.
Okay, thank you.
No more questions from the judges? All is good? Well, great. Thank you so much, Asma, and best of luck at the scoring. And judges, I will give you time to compile the scores. Meantime, please, I would like to invite our final finalist, Arsalan Khan from Scienzy. Please, Arsalan, can you set up your screen?
Yeah, I'm right there. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna start sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Is it visible?
Yes, everything is clear. You are ready, right? So
yeah,
let's
I'm absolutely ready.
kick off now. Go ahead.
Wonderful. Hi, everyone. I'm Arslan Khan, the Director for Global Business at Scienzy, and it's an honor to represent Scienzy today in the Yalla Fintech 2020 Festival. So at Scienzy, our mission is to make onboarding and compliance as seamless as we see payments today. We realized that though banking products were going digital in essence, but the access to these products were very physical in nature. We are trying to solve for this anomaly through our digital onboarding solutions, which include multiple processes like identity verification, business verification, data collection, risk assessment, credit profiling, etc. We try to automate as much as possible through our solution, enable the use of AI to reduce the whole dependency on human decision-making process. Over the course of our journey, we've been awarded and recognized by tech giants, including Google, Facebook, Amazon, and various regulatory bodies across the globe. Currently, our platform processes close, I would say more than 1 million onboardings a month, helping 140 plus financial institutions onboard their customers at least 5 times faster. So today, we are a half a decade old RegTech company with 150 employees spread across our offices in India, UAE, and US. Our founders together bring in 25 plus years of combined experience in fraud solutions, cognitive learning models, and cyber law. We are a well-funded organization and have been profitable since our inception. We are backed by some great investors. Their confidence, their belief in our vision is a testimony to the recent funding round that we've raised. I think it's fairly visible that the problem statement when it comes to financial institutions, we know that financial institutions spend millions of dollars on KYC each year. Expensive development costs, integration with multiple solutions drive the cost high. Not to mention the time taken to onboard a customer ranges from days to weeks. What we do is we completely automate onboarding and underwriting processes end-to-end just in a matter of few weeks for these institutions. Our integrations with multiple data aggregators and services make us a one-stop shop solution for all digital onboarding needs. This helps financial institutions with enhanced due diligence while ensuring a frictionless and a hassle-free customer onboarding or a business onboarding experience. How we do it is basically we do this by leveraging our no-code AI engine named as Nebula, which is currently the world's only auto machine learning platform for financial services. Our vision is to enable these institutions leverage the power of artificial intelligence without having the expertise or the time to do so or build it in-house. Our platform, the beauty of it is that it's built on microservices architecture, which enables our APIs to seamlessly integrate with any kind of legacy systems or new age system to transfer data to and fro. Moving to our reach, our business canvas model. In the Middle East, currently we are working with one of the largest bank in the UAE, helping them onboard their clients for their prepaid card onboarding use case. We are also tied up with a remittance company with an agreement to work out of 5 different geographies to be extended to 10 in the coming year. The name is Lulu Exchange. We are also working with a corporate service provider called as Eden Red in the UAE, which are our happy customers and have been using our services for a very long time now. Our expansion typically revolves around a very aggressively focused strategy on GCC. And with that plan in motion, we've been, we've been in some advanced conversations with banks, fintechs, and payment services companies within the region. Our laser-focused strategy for the region will help us increase attraction in GCC. We all know what the pandemic has done. What we want to do is, create a value proposition for our services through multiple activities like direct sales, channel partnerships, assisted through marketing, to serve these financial institutions with our core value proposition. Our solution is our fully compliant digital onboarding solutions are cloud native, and they can also be deployed on the client's premises. It's device agnostic, so it means it can work seamlessly across a wide array of different devices, mobile, PC, laptops, etc. The solutions, the nature that they're built in with are very easy to integrate with any core banking system platforms that exist in the market today. We've done such large integrations, and the solution inherently becomes a part of the business workflows for these large banking institutions. And we've, what you can see on the screen is, it consists of three major parts: the front end, the brain of the engine, the AI, and then the back office to do exception handling. And all of this bundled together serves as one single platform. We're in the process of revolutionizing digital onboarding for financial institutions across the globe, and we're very confident that we'll be able to achieve it, starting with GCC. Thank you so much for your time today.
Right on time. Thank you. Thank you so much, Arsalan. I'll leave the floor for the judges to ask their questions. Thank you. Good luck.
Another question from me. So I understand that you also integrate with credit underwriting or credit scoring systems. Is that correct? Is that part of the offering? Could you describe that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we do is basically from region to region, we build out specific customized API to, let's take an example of a credit bureau. So we build custom APIs to credit, to seamlessly integrate with the credit bureau. It could mean a fintech like us might not have access to query the credit bureau. So we use the bank's credentials to hit the bureau service and get details on the profiling or credit profiling of the customer, which essentially helps these institutions to robustly integrate credit decisioning process as a part of their onboarding workflow. So very commonly used across our credit card onboarding use cases.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
So your current market is the UAE. Have you deployed in other markets?
Yes, actually we started 5 years back, and a primary market of operation was India. That's where we are based out of and we're headquartered out of. We work with some of the largest retail banks as well as private banks in the Indian market. So the top 4 of the top 5 banks are our customers and are using our services across various use cases. And it's across for retail onboarding as well as business onboarding. A year back, we started our global expansion, and we started off with UAE, and we've seen some great early traction with a lot of adoption in the mindset of people to make it a very seamless journey when it comes to onboarding for clients. And what we want to do is we want to capitalize on this early traction. We also have live customers, and we know we can solution a lot in the UAE. We have ready services, and we want to start with UAE, but we are building extensively across different services to service the entire GCC market, right? Today, we are ready to go live in Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, and Bahrain just by flicking a switch. We have services already in place for these regions.
Okay. And did you mention something about enhanced due diligence?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you just take me through how that works?
Yeah, definitely. So just to give you a little context, right? So we are not your typical eKYC providers, right? So we are the sweet spot between identity verification and workflow automation, right? So what we do is we build these end-to-end journeys, and whenever we do that for our banking institutions, these are completely compliant journeys, right? So which means they're built from scratch up, which means the regulations are taken into account, the compliance processes are taken into account. It means identity verification is done in a way that is, compliant for that institution within the geography. How we hit these underwriting processes and bureaus, AML, CFT checks, etc. So all these together on a single integrated platform becomes that enhanced due diligence offering for the customer, right? So a basic one, taking a selfie, taking, maybe recording a short video or just verifying an ID, most companies do out there, right? What we do is we automate that entire process, bring in the layer of other services and make it a bundled service and offer it to the banking institution or client.
Okay, thank you.
Most welcome.
Any other questions from the judges? All is good? Good. Thank you so much, Arsalan. And
thank you so much, judges, for your time.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yes, without further ado, let's move to our breakout room with the judges, and we'll be back soon to announce the winner. Please, everyone, stay tuned. Judges, you'll receive a notification to move to a breakout room.
طرحت فكرة إن يصير توفيق وتفاهم ما بين مدينة الرياض
Okay, so here we are, the final countdown. It feels like New Year's.
Please, but before you start, can I please ask for the people who pitched for each startup or finalist to have their cameras on, please, so I can spotlight you guys? We want to see your faces when you know who's the winner.
Amazing. We're going to have Noha Shakir announce the winners and maybe say a few words about how tough it was to score, and I mean, you being part of the judging panel.
Thank you very much, Mirna. I would like to thank all the startups for all the great work that they've done. I'm not the easily impressed type, but I'm definitely impressed with the quality of the work that you have all done. And I'm 100% certain that regardless who wins the hackathon today, you are all going to create value and do well in the markets where you serve and the region generally. We were just discussing who's going to announce the reward, and we've agreed that regardless where your country of origin or where you started your operation, all of us would definitely, and of course the mentors who've done great work with you guys, would be more than happy to support your expansion and growth across the region. The scores were really close to one another. It was really hard for us to agree and decide who should we call winner, because as far as we're concerned, you are all winners and are all as value adding as the others. So I'm not going to keep you any longer. Let us start with announcing the winner, and the #1 winner, scoring the highest, obviously, is Anamin. So congratulations, Rami and the team. Looking forward to seeing you expanding across the region. The one scoring second with the highest score is Senzi or Sainzi, that depends. So you've done great. Followed followed by
Valify.
Valify, yes, scoring third, which is amazing. After that comes Shaftbro as yeah, and in Data Core coming last. But you've all definitely done great. You are all scalable and you have the potential to serve wherever you are. Looking forward to hearing from you again, and to you all keeping in touch with the judges and the mentors, and definitely with the wonderful team at Fintech Galaxy, making all that feasible, with the great support with our friends at GIZ. Thank you very much for being here, and it was a pleasure being amongst you. Thank you.
Thank you, Noha. Rami, do you want to say a few words?
Of course, I can't. I have to say a few words. Thank you, Noha, for the announcement. Drum rolls was interesting. Thank you, Myrna, a lot, and Melissa for putting this together. And I would also like to thank my team currently available. Of course, we didn't bring the whole team on board. So I have 4 of them currently on board. So thank you, every one of you. And good luck to all the other teams. We really appreciate this ceremony now, and it's a sign of appreciation that will give us a huge boost to jump in towards 25 within 2025, having this alongside with Fintech Galaxy as a model across all the Arabic regions. I also would like to quickly announce something off the record. We will announce it next week. We will sign our first operator in Jordan. So we will be moving from being an IP and an operator provider at the same time. So we'll have our first operator in Jordan to worry about expanding in Jordan, so we can focus on moving into the other countries. And we've covered all the requirements and whatever is needed to have that in place. So thanks a lot.
Well done, amazing.
Congratulations.
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 And I hope Yarami and all the winners, you get to work closely ma'ana to take you outside your home countries, into other markets, and that's the least we can do. Not only the winners, actually there were amazing pitches there. Yani it's really overwhelming. It's overwhelming, and over the past 3 years for us at Fintech Galaxy, we've seen the market mature. We've seen the fintechs, and even some fintechs have pitched with us 2 or 3 times, and every time it's like, oh my God, was that the same person who pitched before? So learning and growing and maturing and expanding. And of course, I'd like to thank the team. Melissa, you're awesome as usual. Richard, come in, he's behind the scenes, but doing all the hard work. Wasim, who's running our social media, and the whole team. I can't mention them all. Attila, back to you to do the closing honors.
Well, what an honor. Thank you. And congratulations also to you from my side, Rami. I have the pleasure, my boss is not here anymore, so that's fun. I have the pleasure to announce that the prize of award, the money award of 5,000 euros will be handed out and granted to you and the team, and we'll follow up on that after today. From my side, a big thanks to Myrna and the entire team, Melissa, Richard, Wasim, and all the other guys in the background. It was an absolute pleasure working with Fintech Galaxy. And lastly, but most importantly, thank you to all teams participating here today. There are always opportunities to meet again, and we will carry on with the work and financial inclusion in the region, and hopefully there will be plenty of opportunities to come together. Also, I understand there's a platform on Fintech Galaxy where you can keep being registered and indexed, and for future activities and present yourselves. I would certainly encourage you to do that. And with this, thank you again to everyone for participating here today. Thanks.